everybody doing good, feeling good? As y'all come on in, put a one in the chat. We're gonna be talking about the powers of darkness, how they is the rulers of this world, even when it comes from music to sports to entertainment. We want to discuss some things about what you got to do to be able to fit into that upper echelon of group, to be able to become successful in this world, and the things you have to do, the things you have to accept and be willing to offer yourself over to. We want to be talking about, we're going to be talking about this stuff today. And hope everything well with everybody, man, on this Saturday. I pray everybody doing good. Hope everything well with everybody, man. And you know, I want to talk about the powers of darkness, man. You know what I mean? And I want to talk about this more from a spiritual perspective. And we want to discuss these things about where we at right now, the times that we in, what we dealing with, what we up against, where we headed. You dig what I'm talking about? And what kind of war is taking place behind the scenes? Because we know it's a war going on between over there in the Middle East, but we don't never identify the war that's going on underneath the surface. You know, we don't never identify the spiritual warfare, man. And why these rumors of war and these different wars is taking place to begin with. Nancy Roll in this thing. What's good with you, Nancy Roll? She say, hey, how you doing, Nancy? I'm just back, you know, trying to give my spiel on where we at, the current state we living in, and how people is selling out to get to the top, and how you got to sell out to get to a certain, you know, position of success, and the things that you got to do and to be willing to accept. And we want to talk about how this whole world, from education to music to sports to religion, all this is being owned and operated from wicked individuals, from wicked families that go way back thousands of years. And we want to talk about how this is affecting the economy as we speak right now today. You dig what I'm saying? And so we're gonna take a deep dive into this one, man. It's really necessary, and I think, you know, it's one of those things that a lot of people tend to overlook. And we place our hands into the president. We place our hands into politicians. We place our hands into all these different people, you know, that try to give them the power to set us free. But what we don't understand is that we fighting a spiritual war. You dig what I'm saying? We have, you know, dark powers that exist, that's been existing before our time here on this earth, that's corrupted, and that's causing us to live how we living. You feel what I'm saying? That's causing us to go through the things that we've been going through. Didi in this thing. I knew you was going to be in this thing. I knew it. I said, I feel Didi coming. I knew Didi was coming. And it's good to have you back in the building, Didi. I'm glad you caught us. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Nancy and Didi, put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Didi say, hey. Good people, what's happening, True Media? You already know. Just, you know, trying to spread some truth, some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to the people back on this good Saturday. And, you know, just trying to do God's work, man, and enlighten my people as always. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, we got ones in the chat. Nancy Rose say, I trust in God. Hey, Didi. Nancy say, hey, Didi, what's good? Howard Carpenter in this thing. What up, cuz? What's good with you, Howard, man? Good to see you back live in the joint, man. I hope the family is good, man. The family, as we come on in, put a one in the chat so I can know that y'all hear me and see me correctly. That way we don't have no interruptions about what we're going to talk about today. Nancy Rowe got a one in the chat, though. So, so far, I think so good. You dig what I'm saying? But, okay, Howard, we got a one. Okay, so we gonna talk about the powers of darkness, man, and how they the rulers of this world, and what it told us in the scriptures about how Satan fell and took a third of the angels with him. I really think people think that it's a game, man. I think people think, yes, Nancy Rowe. Didi say, yes, Nancy Rowe. Okay, Didi got a one in the chat. So let me point something out real quick. I think a lot of what is said in these biblical texts, in these biblical scriptures, in these biblical scrolls, I think a lot of people take these things for granted. I think they just look at them, and don't get me wrong, some of it has been contorted. Some of it has been manipulated in a way to favor the oppressor. But it's a lot of truth in the scriptures. And I think a lot of people overlook the fact that, we was warned about the times that we live in there right now. We just didn't know it was going to happen this quick. We didn't know we was going to end up in this situation this fast. I admit that. So a lot of the things that it say in the Quran, it say in the Apocrypha, it say in the Bible, it say in the book of Enoch, we take these things for granted because a lot of us read these things years ago, not understanding that we was going to be living through these times that it was predicted to happen in the Bible. We was going to be living through these same times. And I want to talk about the power of darkness and how they the rulers of this world. See, we know that when Lucifer fell, the light barrier of this world, which is Lucifer, we know that he took a third of the angels with him. We know this. We know they fell here on earth and they reside here on earth right along with us. And the main purpose of Lucifer is to go against God's creation because he felt that, God was exalting his creation above the angels. That's why they fell out in heaven. You dig what I'm saying? That's why he wanted to, take over God's throne and all these things like that. And he never was. Let me tell y'all something about what they don't tell y'all. God never was worried about Lucifer. God was concerned about us, his creation. God has always been concerned about us, his creation. He always gave us instinct. He always gave us a consciousness to reach out to him and be able to hear him. I say he always gave us instinct and a consciousness to pray to him, meditate, and to be able to listen to what he got to tell us. He never been concerned about Lucifer. So let me get this out the way and say, God is not at war with Satan. Satan is at war with God's creation. I'm going to repeat that. God is not at war with Satan. Satan is not at war with God. Satan is at war with God creation. Satan is at war with God's creation. Us, humans, the people. When Satan fell from heaven, he took a third of the angels with him. Fast forward to where we at right now. A lot of the things that was, in biblical prophecy, a lot of those things we don't understand, man, is due to the fact that it was predicted for us to go through these times that we living in right now. Most of us just didn't recognize how quick and soon we was going to get to living through these same times that it was predicted to happen about in the Bible. And what I'm telling y'all is a lot of the things y'all see is not of God. And it's a specific reason, because of the powers that be. The powers of darkness is the ones that control and rule and dictate how we live. Well, not how we live, but how we is governed. The things we, the things we is up against, the rules, all that is favoring, the enemy, man. That's why it's so much going on in the world right now, to where every time you turn on your TV, it's something else new that's in the news about another war or another tragedy. These things is made to keep us in a state of fear. These things is made to keep us in a state of, being distracted, not understanding our power, even though they very well could be true. But most of these things is made to distract us and to keep us in a state of fear. And what I'm telling y'all is, man, Satan and the fallen angels, man, is the ones that rule this world. They the ones that rule this world. They the ones that dictates and control the outcome of how we living. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of shit don't make sense for a reason. It's not like things don't make sense because they don't make sense because we don't know what we doing as humans. No, we know how to fix some shit and make it work in our favor. A lot of things don't make sense for a reason. The reason why a lot of things don't make sense is because we at war. And I'm gonna tell you the powers, of darkness, man, they got this thing so down to a T, down to a science. They know how to manipulate the masses. They know how to manipulate society. They know how to manipulate, the children of God, and to get us to think and to believe that we ain't in a war. They want us to believe that it's the president. They want us to believe that it's the government, it's the politics. And see, what they don't understand to tell y'all is, man, the powers of darkness have the ability to manipulate society to think that they don't even exist. And so while we down here at the bottom fighting over red and blue, Democrat politics, Kamala, Obama, and, Donald Trump and shit like that, we don't understand the fact that the things we suffer from the most is not on the physical plane. It all stems from the spiritual realm. And we suffering from the lack of spiritual awareness. And I'm telling you, man, it's all in your music. It's all in your sports. It's all in your entertainment. And all your entertainment, all your musicians, most of them, and all your actors and athletes, these people have took certain deals and certain oaths to where they gave over their rights to their soul to be manipulated by the powers of darkness. And this is what this comes with. And this is what they don't tell you in school. This is what they don't prepare you for as a child. And so at the end of the day, we got to understand who really is running the world. Okay? We got to really understand who really is running the world. That way we can be more equipped of how to deal with the things that goes on in the world that surrounds us in this society. You dig what I'm saying? Let me read some questions. Didi say it's most certainly truth in the scriptures as well as contradictions to lead us confused. Definitely. It is, Didi. Didi say my phone tripping. Okay. Didi say it's not allowing me to type what I want correctly. So I'm telling you now, I might be slow typing to get it correct. It's all good, Didi. I got you. Don't trip. Nancy say, amen. Didi say, through my phone, I'm getting attacked, but it's not going to stop me. Through my phone, I got you, Didi. I see what you talking about. Nancy Rose say that's right, Didi. Didi say to keep us confused. Exactly. Howard Carpenter say, cause it's getting lonely with my walk, cause I'm not down with the world. Even the very people I broke bread with have the worst things to say about me. Let me tell you something, Howard. A lot of your family ain't who you think they is. A lot of your associates, a lot of the people that you have in your everyday or day-to-day circle, they not who you think they is, my brother. I just sat up here and got through from telling y'all how the powers of darkness have the ability to manipulate the society that we live in, as well as the ability to eliminate the ones that we love. So when you start seeing your family members do strange shit, weird shit, You start seeing your spouse or your significant other start to do weird shit. You start to see your kids and the people that's close to you start doing weird shit, start turning on you and talking about you and disrespecting you and using you and neglecting you and just going against everything that you stand for. You got to understand, man, sometimes that ain't them who you looking at. The enemy have the power to manipulate them, to confuse them, to lead them into a state of turning against you. Okay? So a lot of the things or the people that you surround yourself with and you think you see as face value, man, you got to understand it's a spirit behind that face that you looking at. And let's be real. A lot of the people we know, a lot of the people we grew up with is fucked up. They wicked. Even family will turn on you. Satan and the enemy and these fallen angels have the ability to manipulate your family to turn against you. So if your family not strong, if they weak, if they lack discernment, if they lack spiritual astuteness, guess what they gonna be doing? They gonna be falling into the hands. They gonna be falling into the trap of the wicked one, man. Because the powers of darkness got it out for not only the chosen seeds of God, but the powers of darkness got it out for your family as well, man. And if your family ain't strong, they gonna be binded. They gonna be bound. They gonna be in a state of confusion and being manipulated to turn against you. To turn against you, man. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, Howard, we all go through this from time to time because for the most part, especially in this modern day and age that we living in, a lot of the families that we grew up in is weak. A lot of the people that we surrounded ourselves with or we knew or we still, they don't have the Most High in their life like that. It can be your own mama being used by the enemy to come against you. It can be your own daddy being used by the enemy to come against you. It can be your relatives. It can be your own kids that grow up and decide to disrespect you and to disown you as they parent. That ain't nothing but the enemy. That ain't nothing but the enemy, man. The powers of darkness is the rulers of this world. And see, when you ain't got God in your life, when you ain't got the Most High by your side, your God is Satan. That's your God, whether you know it or not. I ain't trying to scare nobody on this live. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but I'm just giving it to you raw, real, and uncut. If the Most High is not who you go to worship, to honor, and respect, and you don't live by the standard that the Most High wants you to live by, your God is Satan. That's your God. That's who you worshiping. And you don't even know you worshiping Satan either. This how tricky Satan is. This how tricky the powers of darkness and the rulers of this world is. They so tricky. They'll have you thinking that you worshiping or you following God whole time you following Satan, man. And these people did a number on a lot of our family members. They did a number on a lot of the people that we love. They did a number on a lot of the people that we stand with in our everyday life, in our everyday circle. So the people you saying that's turning against you, man, guess what? Most people is gonna turn against you if they weak, if they ain't got God in their life. Because Satan have the power to manipulate people, man. Satan have the power to manipulate your kids. This is why they say a family that prays together stays together. I repeat, this is why they say a family that prays together stays together. I repeat, this is why they say a family that prays together stays together, man. Because the reason why they say a family that prays together stays together, because we know together we stand. but divided we fall. And the moment you end up being isolated, that's when the enemy try to run in and take you, snatch you, manipulate you, deceive you. This is why it's important to fight as a body. As a body, it's always good to have, 100 people, 100 group, a group of 100 people that support God than to just have only 2 people, because it's strength in numbers, Howard. Listen to me, Howard. It's strength in numbers. Yeah, I know everybody talking about being independent. I know everybody talking about go get your own and forget everybody else. I know everybody talking about you need to do it by yourself. But it's strength in numbers, man. It's strength in numbers. And what we don't understand is that the war that we in is going to require us to have somebody else that we can go to war with. I said the war that we in, that we fighting against. We can't do it by ourselves, Howard. We can't do it by ourselves, Nancy. We can't do it by ourselves, DD. We can't do it by ourselves, chat. We gotta have spiritual, astute individuals just like us to go to war to be able to fight this beast. And your family, in most cases, our families is weak. They not strong. So it's easy for the enemy to get through it, to get them to turn on you, man. It's real, man. It's real. Nancy Rose say they sold their souls, soulless beings. They look, Nancy. A lot of these individuals get all that money. And I'm not against money. They get all that success, fame, and fortune. And they start feeling the effects after the dopamine rush die down. See, everything is cool in the beginning when everything is new. See, when you get the new house, you feeling good. When you get the new car, you feeling good. When you get all them millions in your bank account, you feel good. But one day, that shit is going to get old. One day, that shit is going to get played out. One day, it's going to get to the point to where you're going to start to realize money can't buy you joy or freedom, or money cannot buy you peace of mind. And what a lot of people don't understand, the musicians, athletes, and entertainers, they have given, they better have for man-made resources. And they get to the end and realize what they did to themselves. Sure, it looked good from the outside looking in. Sure, it looked good from a poor man's perspective. It looked good. But what they don't tell you is they have to give their soul for that shit. They got to give they better half for that shit. They got to sacrifice family members for that shit. They got to go against the laws of God for that shit. And they don't tell you that it get played out. Them new cars, all that money, partying with all them different women, partying with all them different men, going on boat trips, taking vacations, all that shit get played out when Satan have a hidden agenda. And when you sell yourself short into the hands of Satan, it get played out real fast. And you start to realize, man, what the fuck did I do to myself? This is why it's important to have the Most High on your side, because when you got God on your side, you ain't got to have it all to feel at peace. When you got God by your side, you ain't got to have $1 million to feel like you're wealthy. When you got God by your side, man, I'm telling you right now, man, you ain't got to have everything that the world say you got to have to be happy. So we not trying to fit into their category. We not trying to fit and live by the, expectations of the world. Because the powers of darkness is the rulers of this world, man. And I'm telling you right now, It's a lot of people gonna go down with their money. I'm telling you right now, it's a lot of people gonna go down with their cars, their fame, their fortune. It's a lot of people gonna go down with that shit. You dig what I'm talking about? And it ain't no turning back for most of them. Because you gotta maintain that level of lifestyle that you sold yourself short to get. So this is why a lot of musicians, entertainers, and actors, they get to the end of the rope and they start losing their mind. They start going crazy because they realize what they did to themselves, man. See, it all looked good in the beginning. Everything looked good. It all looked fine and dandy. You young, you youthful. You know, you feel like you got all the time in the world. You don't know nothing about, spiritual warfare. They don't tell you about this stuff. They just tell you to pursue and follow your dreams. But they don't also tell you that shit comes with a price to pay. Power, recognition, riches. That shit comes with a price to pay. And it is a couple people who God bless to be in a position, to have some good things going for themselves in life. No doubt. I'm not saying that the Most High won't bless you to have the finer things in life. The Most High will bless you. But in most instances, in most cases, the powers of darkness have this thing so sold up. They have this thing so controlled to the point to where you're not going to get a certain status or reach a certain status unless you abide by what they tell you to do. You understand what I'm telling you? And so we got to understand what we up against out here, man. We got to understand that the powers of darkness are the rulers of this world. Satan took a third of the angels with him when he fell. See, Satan is not at war with God. Satan know he don't even have the power to be at war with God. Satan know that. He know. See, let me tell y'all something about Satan. Let me tell y'all something about Satan. One thing Satan know is no matter what I do, I can never overthrow God. I don't care how hard I try. I don't care how many angels I try to get to turn on God. I could never overthrow God because God created me. And let me tell you another thing about Satan that y'all don't know about Satan. Satan is not at war with God. All this stuff about, Satan at war with God, God at war with Satan. No, Satan is not at war with God. Satan is at war with God's creation. Satan is at war with God's people, with God's creation. That's who Satan at war with. Satan is not at war with the Most High. So we need to stop saying that. Because Satan know he don't have the power or the strength to even compare to try to go to war with the Most High. Satan know he ain't got that kind of power. Satan is at war with God's creation. Why is Satan is at war with God's creation? True. What did God's creation do to Satan for Satan to be at war with God's people? Why is he mad at us? I'm going to tell you why he's mad at us. I'm going to tell you why Satan mad at us. When God created us, God created us in his likeness, in his image. God didn't create the angels in his likeness or his image. God created the angels in their own image, in their own likeness. God didn't create the angels in his image or in his likeness. God created us in his likeness and in his image. And when God did that, Lucifer got upset and felt some kind of way because he like, look, how you gonna exalt these, how you gonna exalt these humans above us? And we've been here before them. And that's how the war broke out. Satan got mad at the creation of God. And, the moment he even, because it wasn't like, let me tell y'all another thing that a lot of people get confused about this war. Satan never tried to attack God. That's not what happened, okay? Satan never tried to attack God. He never swore to God. None of that. Satan start feeling a certain kind of way, okay? And when Satan start feeling like, I want to take over, God kicked his ass out of heaven. That's what he did. See, the Most High is so powerful, man. Look, let me tell you, the Most High know what you're going to do before you're going to do it. So before Satan even can make his move, his ass was right down here on earth, looking up back in the heavens. Before Satan can even make his move, man, Michael and the rest of the angels threw his ass out. You feel what I'm saying? See, the Most High is not to be played with, man. That's why I tell y'all, man, this is not a game, man. We don't play with God, man. I'm going to tell you one thing, man. A lot of people not only losing their life because of the powers of darkness is the rulers of this world, but a lot of people lose their life because they playing with the Most High, man. The Most High will take your life too, not just the enemy. The Most High will strip you from things too, will take his blessings from you too. God is not to be played with. So the moment Satan got the feeling that, oh man, God said, man, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. And that's what Michael and them threw his ass out. So it ain't like that he was, he had a visible sword about to swing at God. And no, it didn't happen like that. See, but this is how they teach y'all with this religion bullshit. This is how they brainwash y'all with this religion bullshit. They make it seem like Satan was at battle with God and he was like right up on God, swinging at God. No, you can't get that close to God, boy. You can't. The angels can't even get that. The cherubims, I'm talking about the angels that sit right underneath God, man. The cherubims can't even get that close to God, man. His glory is too bright. You can't get that close to God, man. You feel me? So Satan knew the only way I can, try to go against God, I got to get his creation. I got to get the people that he created because I know I'm too weak. I'm not strong enough to fight the Most High. Satan knew that. See, one thing Satan ain't is stupid. Satan ain't stupid, man. I think a lot of people think that Satan is not as intelligent as they think. Satan is very intelligent, very smart, very bright, very powerful. Okay? Satan is very bright and powerful, man. We ain't dealing with no angel that's stupid. Man, we dealing with an angel, man, that's been here way before we even walked the face of this earth. Okay? So I'm just letting y'all know the powers of darkness and the rulers of this world and how they really operate and what you up against. Satan ain't stupid. Satan ain't stupid, man. But see, where Satan gets us at is distractions. The lack of faith, the lack of belief, temptation. Okay? Because Satan can't force you to do nothing. All right? That's the honest to God truth. Where Satan get us to rebel against God at is through temptation. If Satan can get you through temptation, through the desires of your flesh, being wicked, through the desires of your flesh, then that's how he gets you to turn on God. He can't get you to do nothing. He can't force you to do nothing. All he can do is set a list of temptations in your face that get you to turn on God from. And that's why a lot of us get tempted and we fall. A lot of us fall short of the glory. Ain't none of us perfect, man. We all go through the motions. We all sin from time to time. But let me tell you something right now, man. We got to understand that Satan is not at war with God. Satan is at war with God's creation. And the moment you realize that and understand, you will be able to put on your spiritual armor and be able to prepare for what this world got to bring you, man. I ain't telling you nothing that I don't know. I ain't telling you nothing that's a fairy tale, man. This stuff is serious. So when you start seeing musicians, politicians, entertainers, and actors and actresses, when you start seeing them fold up, when you start seeing them going into these certain mental states of depression, that's because they sold themselves short. They sold they better half. They sold they soul, man, into the hands of the enemy. And see, the powers of darkness is the rulers of this world, man. And so God, in this moment in time, is activating the real, true, chosen beings to take a stand for what's right. Okay? That's why it's a lot of people just, it's like a light bulb just turned on in their head. It's like, you know, they spidey senses just turned on because God is activating the chosen ones to speak out against what we about to go up against, man. This ain't no game, all right? So Didi say, they try to silence us. You already know, Didi, they tried every time we speak out about truth. Now they got censorship, Didi. Didi. Now they got some stuff they call they got it called censorship on social media, on the internet. You can only say so much. If you do, then you gonna get flagged. You feel me? Why do you think they got that? Because they know that their time is up, man. They running out of time. And so they gotta, you know, try to bind us from speaking out to, you know, awakening other people to see what's going on around us, man. This is what they doing to us, Didi. This is why they trying to silence us. Because they don't want the truth to get out. You know? It's real. Nancy Rose say family can be cursed. Yeah, family. And let me tell you another thing about family, Nancy. A lot of, you know, a lot of people, families, used to indulge in witchcraft. A lot of people, great-great-great-grandparents used to play with sorcery and witchcraft. Yeah. I know it hurt. It do. But it's true. A lot of your grandparents, Nancy, I ain't saying you, Nancy, but I'm saying like us in general. A lot of our grandparents, a lot of our parents, a lot of our great aunties used to play with witchcraft. They used to play with witchcraft and shit, man. And so what you don't know is the reason why you constantly feel like you being attacked by your family is because your family has already sold the rights to your lineage over into the hands of the enemy. I said your family has already given up on the rights and sold y'all out into the hands of the enemy by indulging in the sorcery and witchcraft. Yeah. And so that's why you feel like you got it 4 or 5 times harder with your family, because your family is wicked. And your family worship and praise the devil. That's why it's important for most of us to do a background check, to do, some kind of background research on who our family is, man. Don't just be not doing your research on who your grandma was. Don't be not doing your research on who your grandpa was. Do your research on who your great auntie was. Do your research on who your daddy parents was. Do your research on, who your great, uncle was. You don't know what the hell they was doing back then. Got you and your family arguing and shit from the grave. They still causing chaos in the family, and they been dead for 10, 20 years. But the spirit is still present in your family. And sometimes this why you can't get along with your family is because of your great-great-grandma was a witch. Your great-great-grandma was a witch, and her spirit still lingers around your family right now today. And the reason why you can't get along with your mama, the reason why you can't get along with your sisters, the reason why you can't get along with your aunties, your relatives, and your family, the reason why you can't get along with them is because you is descendants of witches and warlocks. You is the descendant of people who sold they self into the hands of the enemy. And so even though they've been buried for 50 years, they still linger around the family with a dark spirit, they spirit still lingers around the family and causing chaos, because when they was here, they didn't worship the Most High. They didn't believe in they didn't respect the Most High. They didn't honor the Most High. And so a lot of the things we dealing with when it comes to our family, when it comes to these curses, is because a lot of our aunties and great grandmas and great great grandpas was an enemy of God. Okay? And this is the sad truth that your mama don't tell you. This is the sad truth that your daddy don't tell you. This is the sad truth that you never hear about as a kid. This is the sad truth that you never heard about growing up with your family. This is the sad truth that most of us is suffering from in our family right now today. We don't understand that we was born into a family of destruction. So it ain't that your mama don't love you, Nancy. It ain't that your daddy didn't love you, Nancy. It ain't that your kids don't love you, Nancy. It ain't that your relatives don't love you, Nancy. I know they can bring hurt and pain to you. I know that they disrespecting you. I know it feel like they make you feel like you all alone sometimes. But what you don't understand is most of us has relatives and family members who still in the spirit realm cause chaos right now to this day. They have a spirit of darkness. And every time you get around your family, your great grandpa, who was a witch, she show up and she get your family to go against you, or she get you to go against your family, or she get the family to break up because she was an agent of darkness. Yeah. We're going to talk about it. Yeah. Didi say doing the work of the Most High brings attack. You already know, Didi. Yes, it do. Nancy say, amen, True Media. Didi say, yes. Daniel Sportsberry say, back in this thing. Glad to have you back, Daniel. Glad to have you back, man. SR Life, what you think about prophetic YouTubers who say that God about to change your life or God about to bless you? Let me tell you something, man. SR Life. Don't be listening to everybody talking about God told you to tell him this, God told you to tell him that. Who the hell is them to think that God can't tell you himself or what she about to do for you in your life? Who the hell is them to think that the Most High can't give you a dream to tell you what they need you to do? Who the hell is them to think that God ain't got the power or the authority to give you signs, visions, and wonders to show you where you need to be and who you need to become? Don't be listening to everybody telling you that God told them to tell you you this. God told them to tell you that. God ain't told them nothing. Straight up. The Most High ain't told them nothing. Real talk. So don't be listening to all these fake gurus and evangelists and all these different so-called prophets and chosen seeds of God and chosen ones online talking about God told me to tell y'all this. God ain't told them to tell y'all nothing. If the Most High want to get your attention, SR, the Most High gonna get your attention. All right? The Most High ain't got to try to, it amazes me when people say, that can be God trying to get your attention. God ain't got to try to do nothing. If God wants your attention, God gonna get your attention. And so even if, people telling you that God is about to change your life, what they not telling you is you still got to fight the enemy. See, a lot of people always talking about how God told them to tell you that, God is about to bless you and God is about to do this. But let me tell you what they don't tell you. God also told you, you got to fight and you got to endure to the end. Yeah. That's what they don't tell you. See, they try to make it seem like everything is all, sunshine and roses and everything is going to be good and you ain't going to have no more struggle in your life and all this bullshit like that there, SR life. But let me tell you something, SR. What they don't tell y'all is you still got to fight and you still going to go through the motions. You still gonna be tempted by the enemy. You still gonna face challenges. You still gonna face obstacles. You still gonna go through hardship. That's what they don't tell you. So when these so-called prophetic YouTubers say God about to change your life or God about to bless you, you take it with a grain of salt. But you gotta realize that don't mean that when God bless you, that the enemy ain't still trying to destroy you. I said that don't mean that even when God bless you, that the enemy ain't trying to look for reasons to destroy you. Come on, man. Nancy Rose say, it happened to my family, left me on the street at 18, but God, amen. Yeah, family will do you that, Nancy. Family, I'm telling you, they can be very corrupted. Strawberry Ice kindly give advice on how to confront a cheating husband with evidence. That's a hard one, Strawberry Ice, because I always try to speak from a standpoint of experience, and I never been married. So it's only so much I can say, but I will say this when it, regarding infidelity and cheating and things like that. You got to ask yourself, is it worth leaving? And let me tell you what I mean about that, Strawberry Ice. Is it worth leaving? Because if it's worth leaving, if you feel that much hurt and that much pain in your life, and you feel that bad that he did you like that, and you feel like you just can't go on with the relationship or the marriage, then by any means necessary, you might need to cut your ties. But that's from a man-made perspective, okay? And I always try to give y'all my honest opinion without judging nobody, because I'm just the outsider looking in. Strawberry Ice, if you live by the rules according to God, not by men, according to God, then that's your husband, and to death do his part, okay? So, you got to ask yourself, my sister, if it's in you to feel like it's worth leaving your husband, even if you got all the evidence, even if you got tapes, even if you know who he cheating on you with. Listen, if you want to tell what you should do in situations like that, you should always follow biblical law. And what God told you is you love your significant other until death do us part. You love your significant other unconditionally. That's involving cheating. That's involving even when you feel like you growing apart. That's involving when y'all arguing. That's involving when they not doing what you want them to do. That's involving all that. See, God said love your partner unconditionally until death do us part. So, if you want me to give you an answer from God's law, then I'm going to tell you not to leave. I'm going to tell you to pray for strength for your husband. Ask God to heal your husband and give your husband strength. Now, that's biblical law. Now, if you want me to tell you how to deal with it from a perspective, from a personal perspective of what you feeling, I can't really tell you that because I never been married. See, I'm a realist. I'm not about to tell you something that I'm not fit to tell you when it comes to something I never did myself. But I'm going to tell you like this, sis. If the pain and hurt that you feel is so, out of place to where you feel like you can't move forward, maybe you need to separate yourself and kind of distance yourself for a little time to try to get yourself back together and see if that works. Okay? Because I'm not going to just tell you to leave your husband. I don't know what kind of relationship y'all got. I don't know what y'all been through. I don't know what led for that man to cheat on you, even though it ain't cool to cheat on under no circumstances. It ain't cool to cheat. But I don't know what led to that. So what I would say is you have to really pray for strength for your husband, and you got to really ask yourself, is it worth leaving? And if it's not worth it, you stay. Because Strawberry Ice, hear me well when I tell you this. If you leave your husband, if it's not really that bad, if you just call him cheating like once or twice, and that's bad, that's bad. But if you call him cheating and he's still respectful, he take care of the bills, he respects you, he take care of the kids, you stay with him. Stay. Because the dating game out here right now, Strawberry Ice, is real messed up. And one thing you don't want to do is leave your husband and get with a man that's 10 times worse than him. That's what you don't want to do. And I see a lot of people, they do this stuff. They get into some kind of altercation, a situation with their significant other, and they leave their significant other because they think the grass is greener on the other side, only to find out it really ain't worth it, or it really wasn't worth it. And so let me tell you, God said, you love your wife, you love your husband, you honor your wife, you honor your husband until death do us part. And this is why it's important when you're thinking about getting married to somebody, because this ain't just for Instagram. This ain't just for Facebook. This ain't just for your family. This ain't just for your mama. This ain't just for your daddy. This is for God, man. And y'all join together as one union under God. And there's power in that, man. And you got to understand, I know you're dealing with a lot, Strawberry, but you got to ask yourself if it's worth it. And sometimes you got to be able to forgive. That's your husband. I ain't going to tell you to just up and leave your husband. He might be a good man. He might have just cheated. It happens. That don't mean he's not a good man. He just got tempted. Something that I'm talking about right now today when it comes to the temptation of the powers of darkness and what the devil will do to tempt you. But that don't mean you leave him. So I'm not going to say don't leave him. Try to work it out if you can. Try to work it out. Okay? So Strawberry says, should a fair woman be confronted? Okay, Strawberry Ice says, should the affair women be confronted too, as she knows he is married? So let me tell you something, Strawberry. Yes, that woman should be confronted. If a woman know you married and she slept with your husband, that's a scandalous woman. She's scandalous. I mean, it's one thing to sleep with somebody married, but you don't know that they was married because they didn't tell you. That's one thing. But it's another thing to know that somebody married and you still sleep with their husband or you still sleep with their wife. That's scandalous. That's so yes, she should be confronted. But I think more so you confront your husband because in the end he made that decision to go through with doing what he did to you. So yes, the woman should be confronted in a way, but your husband should know better. He should know better than to do that to you. Okay? So I think that he's the common denominator of the one that you should confront and make sure you work things out with. But try to work it out. Don't just up and leave because of your sister telling you should leave your husband. Your mama telling you should leave your husband. Your family telling you should leave your husband. Society telling you should leave your husband. Your co-workers telling you all this. No, try to work it out. We not perfect. Humans is not perfect. We should know better, but we not perfect. So I say try to work it out. All right. Nancy Rose say God is good all the time. Tina Marie in this thing. What's good with you, Tina? I know I'm running way behind, y'all. Look like the chat done sped up on me. Tina say love and light. You already know. Tina, welcome to the live, sis. Strawberry say God bless everyone. God bless you, Strawberry. Real talk. Nancy Rose say Strawberry ice love. Howard Carpenter, true. I understand what you're saying, but to me, everybody know what they doing. Yeah. But you got to ask yourself, Howard Carpenter, even though everybody know what they doing, where do most of these thoughts come from? Where did we come from? Where did humans come from? What is the purpose of life? Let me start there to get y'all to think about some stuff. All right, I think we back. Can y'all hear me and see me, y'all? I need for y'all to put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me and see me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me. Okay, we back. Okay, Speedy, we good. We good. Okay, we good. Let me fast forward a look. Damn, man, the family is in the man. We in the building today, man. We in the building. Everybody in the building today. Everybody in the building today. Okay, I think I was at damn, man. Man, we deep in the building, man. Yeah, so Howard Carpenter say it's the evil intentions of the heart from jump. Yeah, but Howard, you got to understand, man, that stems from somewhere. Yeah, of course we got choices and decisions. As human beings, we have the choice, we have the right to make certain choices and decisions. I'm with you 100%. But where does that hate stems from? That hate stems from somewhere, bruh. And what we don't understand, man, is the spirit realm is 10 times more powerful and greater than the physical realm. So most of the thoughts and the ways we feel about certain people comes from the lack of spiritual astuteness, and comes from the we not understanding that we being attacked, man. People is being attacked. And yeah, people make choices and decisions. Can people make a right choice or a bad choice? Yeah, of course. We make bad choices and decisions sometimes. You dig what I'm saying? We can't blame everything on a spooky man with the pitchfork. We can't blame everything on demons. I'm with you, Howard. But at the end of the day, it get to the point to where people become so evil and indulged in evil activity and wickedness, bruh, that it plays right into the hands of the enemy, man. And so we constantly being attacked on a day-to-day, you know, from a day-to-day standpoint. We constantly being attacked. People's hearts is corrupt in the way they is because they under attack, Howard. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bruh. You think people just waking up being evil? You think Hitler was just, you know, doing what he was doing to, you know, that could, I ain't gonna say the name, but you know, y'all know what Hitler did to a certain group of people. You think he just did that because he just, no, bro. He was under, this man mind was took over by the enemy, man. Satan ain't a game, man. We got to understand, man, it's going to be all kind of temptations that's going to be laid out in front of us to choose from. You dig what I'm saying? And yeah, as humans, we do make bad choices and bad decisions sometimes that ain't got nothing to do with the devil. But you can't be evil. Listen to me, Howard. You can't be evil. You can't have hate in your heart without being influenced by the devil to some degree. You can be neutral. But when it comes to being wicked, when it comes to being hateful and spiteful and evil, man, that shit stems from having the, you know, you being under mind control, you being influenced by these external powers, man, that's outside of this realm. People do all kind of evil shit, all kind of hateful shit. People killing their mama. That was more than just a choice and a decision. You feel what I'm saying? People is possessed, Howard. People is possessed. And our family is possessed. Hell, you might got an uncle that's possessed. You might got a brother or a cousin, a mama or a daddy that's possessed. People possessed, man. Real talk. This is why I'm telling y'all you got to keep God in your life, man. I'm not just making these videos to sound cool and you mean you think I'm playing with y'all, bruh? I'm not just, look, bruh, I know I be funny from time to time. I know I got a sense of humor. I know I laugh and I joke. That's all cool. I'm not making these videos to be playing, bruh. This shit is not a game, bruh. For real, man. Strawberry Ice say, kindly advice, please. Yeah, I spoke on it, Strawberry. Didi say the enemy is always watching to distract and deceive and destroy. Big facts. Rodney say 100. Didi say right on, True Media. Speedy Rider in this thing. What's good with you, Speedy? Say what's good, True Love. What's good with you, Speedy? Welcome back to the live, sis. Didi say truth be yeah, you already know, Didi. MF told. Anna Belly in this thing. What's happening then? What's good with you, Anna, in this thing? What's good? Welcome back to the live. Anna Nancy Rose say facts. Speedy say facts 100. Speedy 47 say 100. Didi say bullseye Strawberry Ice. I ask on live to help others who may be in the same situation. Yeah, you take that for what it's worth, Strawberry Ice. I don't want to go too deep into, you know, your relationship because I probably need more context. So I think that'll probably work more in like a private setting with me and you talking one-on-one, because I really don't want to just be talking about your business, you know, even though it's probably not as, you know, it's secretive to you or sacred to you. I still think that's another time we can discuss that and figure out how we can get that situation under control. Didi say fire. Speedy Rider 47 say it's only material. That's all it is, man. Strawberry Ice say fornication is against God's law. That's another thing, Strawberry Ice. That's another thing, fornication. See, man, y'all don't understand, man, how far we done fell from the glory of God, man. You really have to understand what we up against, man, right now, y'all. The powers of darkness run this world in so many ways. In so many ways. These entities, angels, fallen angels, these ancient beings, they know exactly how to get you to sin against God, man. They think that just because you know how to quote scriptures and Bibles and all this stuff like that, they'll lead you into a strong delusion of thinking that you righteous. But you out here sleeping with everybody under the sun. And what we don't know is when you have, sexual desires for somebody, that becomes a state of lust. When you start putting yourself in the standpoint of sleeping with all these different people, you attracting their spirit, a part of their essence. And you don't know what these people was carrying. And it's a lot of preachers know how to quote scriptures. It's a lot of evangelists, bishops know how to quote scriptures. They sit in the pulpit all day long, but they out here sleeping with women in their congregation, fornicating. And we got to understand, we got to be real with ourselves, man. Yeah, God will forgive you for your sins. Yeah, God will show you mercy. Yeah, God will have grace. But you got to really understand, sometimes if you're not trying to learn from your mistakes, sometimes God will remove his mercy and his grace out of your life. And so as we get older, as we progress into the future, we got to see ourselves growing and not falling into the hands of the wicked one, man, because it's a trap. Real talk. Real talk. Annabelle say, preserve your soul. Speedy Rider 47 say, yes, it is. Speedy Rider say, facts. Did he say, who the Most High bless, no man can curse? No man can curse. Facts. That witchcraft shit don't work on us, Didi. Yeah, it don't work on us. I had somebody try to do witchcraft on me a couple times. Yeah. Got they whole shit messed up, Didi. Excuse my language. Messed they whole shit up trying to do witchcraft on me. Because what they don't know is, see, what you're trying to do witchcraft on the chosen seed of God, it's going to backfire on your ass. It's going to backfire on you. So when you sitting up there trying to do that little spell, that little ritual that you doing, and, oh, God, let him lose everything. Oh, God, let her lose everything. Oh, God, take them away. Next thing you know, two months later, you hear about them in the newspaper, how they had a fatal car accident. Or how they got shot to death. Man, you don't play with God's prophets, man. The Most High will let you know, man, you ain't touching this one right here, man. That witchcraft and all that stuff, yeah, that don't work with this one right here, man. This person is sanctified and anointed. This person is anointed to do my work. You touch them, I'm going to have to unalive you. You see what I'm talking about? And so what we don't understand, though, even though sorcery and witchcraft is real, these spells that people is doing on people and all this stuff like that, it could affect certain people. But the ones it affect, it be the ones that has a lost soul, that don't know God. Them the ones that witchcraft shit affect. It don't affect the chosen seeds of God. What it's going to do to you is going to backfire on your ass. That's what it's going to do to you. And I done seen it backfire on a couple people. And it ain't even got to be people that, try to go through the certain spells and rituals like with all the cards. People can just wish bad on you, man. People can just, they can hate on you and wish bad on you and it'll backfire on them. Yeah. Speedy Rider 47 say 100. Diddy say absolutely. Nancy Rowe, hit the link, please. 3 dots at the top. You already know. Show some love one time, y'all. Diddy, yes. The attack is on the good souls. Strawberry Ice say all powers is with all powers is with the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Truly. Speedy Rider say he wants to trick and fool as many as he can to take them to hell with him because that's where his ass is going. Yeah. Yeah. Annabelle say God eyes scanning the earth, checking out the yeah. God is watching. God don't sleep. God don't sleep. So we got to understand the decisions and the things we make, the choices we make. You got to always make certain choices and decisions. Man, I know God watching me, man. You always got to think about this. I know I'm about to go sleep with this man's wife, but what God is going to say about that, man? I know I'm about to go sleep with this woman husband, but what God going to say about that, man? I know I'm about to scam this person out of their last little bit of money, but what God think about that? Yeah, they might not know, but God know. Yeah, they might not see you, but God see you. And when you know better, you do better. That's why the chosen ones, the anointed children of God, our punishment, we get punished the worst. The reason why we get punished the worst, because we know better. We know better. That's why it ain't always the devil that'll punish you. Sometimes God will punish you because you know better. You done did something that you know you shouldn't have did. Coming right now. You done did something. Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. My bad, brother.
No, it's okay. This doesn't work.
Yeah, it's good. You can have this one, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I had to move off the pump. I'm charging my car. My car was charged up, though. If everybody know I got an electric car, I drive electric. But, yeah, man, I'm telling you. We be sitting around here talking about, you know, anointed this, anointed that. But do something that's against God's will when you anointed, when you know better, when you a chosen one. God gonna punish the shit out your ass. He gonna punish you because you know better. You feel me? You know better. And God know you know better. And see, the Most High has put us in this position not to brag. I'm not here to brag. I'm not here to talk about how anointed I am, to sound good, or to brag, to make it seem like I'm bigger and better than everybody else. Man, when God puts you in a position to speak to the people and to spread truth and light to the world, you got to understand it's going to be a target on your back. You're going to be tempted to do things that's outside of the norm. And when you do fall short, you better pick yourself back up real fast. You better pick yourself back. Look, as chosen children of God, we fall short sometimes. We fall short. We do. We fall short, but you better pick yourself back up. You better pick yourself back up. Real talk. Because I'm telling you, man, look, our punishment is worse than some of the, you know, some of the enemies that we face against every day. Our punishment is worse because we know better. You feel what I'm saying? That's why sometimes when you going through hard times, you be thinking it's the devil. It ain't the devil. Remember that time you scammed that person out of their money? Or you remember that time when you went and you cheated on your spouse? Remember when you did that? God had to shut everything down out your life. He shut your whole shit down. I'm telling you, I'm a realist. Look, I've been punished before, y'all. I backslid before. I know what it's like to be on punishment from the Most High. It ain't funny and it ain't pretty. I'm going to tell you one thing, because when you're going to go through it, he going to remind you every day that you going through it. He going to remind you, yeah, this me that got you on punishment. Yeah. This ain't the devil. Yeah. This ain't Satan. Yeah. This me that got you on punishment. Remember when I told you not to do that and you went out and did it anyway? He going to remind you. I told you not to do that. And you did it anyway. So you got to go through this for the next 5 years. You got to go through this for the next 6 months. See, I'm going to tell you one thing, man. See, look, I'd rather be trying to figure some things out, being tempted and tested by the devil and going through whatever he throwing at me than to be going through what God is throwing at me and being on punishment from the Most High. Because see, let me tell you something about God. God will punish your ass for the next 20 years. He will punish you for the next 20 years. See, the devil, all you got to do is go to God with your problems. And for the most part, the devil will let you go. He'll be like, look, man, he all yours. But when God is dealing with you, when God is dealing with you, sis, when God is dealing with you, bruh, it ain't no running. It ain't nobody to run to. It ain't nowhere you can hide. And you got to face your punishment. Just like he told King David when King David slept with one of his soldiers' wife. King David got one of his soldiers' wife killed. I think her name was what's her name was y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't want to say Delilah. I forgot her name. I forgot her name. But King David got one of his soldiers killed in battle just to sleep with that man's wife. Just to sleep with his wife. And God came to King David, and God said, I'm very disappointed with you. How you want your punishment? This is what God told King David. How you want your punishment, big dog? And he said, well, how long I'm going to be on punishment for? He said, for the next 10 years. Yeah. How you want your punishment, man? How you want it? Because you about to get it, and it ain't no way you can run. Because you know you shouldn't have had that man you shouldn't have had that man killed to sleep with that man's wife. You shouldn't have did that, man. You don't move like that. I ain't make you king to be king to move like that. That was some wicked shit King David did. Y'all know I ain't lying. He did some wicked shit, and God punished the shit out his ass. Yeah, he did. So don't always think it's the devil that's dealing with you. Sometimes it be God dealing with you. That's big facts. Didi say good people. Speedy Ryder say don't give him what he wants. You already know that's real talk. Didi say stay vibing, high frequency, good people. Speedy Ryder say facts. Speedy Ryder say yep. Annabella say God already knew that. Fire. Speedy Ryder say real talk. Annabella say whistle. Okay. Strawberry Ice say kindly advise how to confront a cheating husband with evidence, a man's perspective. Strawberry Ice, hit me on my email, truemediaempire@gmail.com, and we can set something up and talk about it over there. Annabelle say woof. The goal good. Didi say the goal good people is to be unmovable emotionally and spiritual. Big facts. Joshua Beast, welcome to the live. If you resist the devil, he has to flee. Facts. But what happens when God get a hold to you? You can't resist God. See, we always talk about how to resist the devil. We always talk about how to pray against the devil. We always talk about how to fight against the devil. But what if it's God that's putting you through what you going through? What you gonna do, Joshua? What you gonna do, Didi? What you gonna do, Strawberry? What you gonna do, chat? What is you gonna do when God say, nah, this ain't the devil, this me? I'm putting you through this. Who you run to? How do you resist it? What prayer do you pray? That you can't. It ain't no running, it ain't no hiding. And it ain't no magical prayer you can pray to get yourself out of it. You got to go through it. And the thing about the Most High is you don't know how long the Most High gonna cause you to go through it. Because see, when God did, see, let me tell y'all something about me. You think I woke up like this? You think I just woke up talking about God and I always had it figured out? Nah, I went through some shit. I done been put on punishment a couple times from God, man. I done went through the motions. I done backslid. I done did all kind of shit that was against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. I done went against it and I done said hell with it. I don't care about what God got to say. And God said, look, I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you that you can't run. I'm going to make it so hard on you to when you get off punishment, all you gonna have to do is preach about me, because I'm about to take you through some shit that's gonna be so deadly and severe and bad to where all you gonna ever think about is me. You ain't gonna want to sin no more, man. This is how powerful the Most High is, man. He said, man, what I'm about to take you through, you ain't gonna even want to sin no more, man. Because I'm gonna let you know it was me that took you through what I took you through. See, God is going to let you know when it's him. See, God, man, all praises to the Most High, man. Real talk, man. God know how to put us in our place. I said God know how to put us in our place, man. I don't care how much money you got, how many women you got, how many cars you got. God know how to put you in your place, man. I'm telling you, ask P. Diddy, ask R. Kelly. I'm telling you, man, God will put you in your place, man, and let you know you don't run nothing. And if God feel like he can't do nothing with you to the point you done crossed over, to the point you can't return, to the point of no return, that's when you're going to get unalived. And he gonna release you over into the hands of the enemy. But when God love you, he going to chase you. He going to chase you down. When God love you, he gonna chastise you. He gonna chase you down. He gonna chase you. Because he know that you was called to do it. He know that you was called to do it, DD. He know that you was called to do it, Joshua. He know that you was called to do it, Speedy. He know that the rest of the Annabelle, he know you was called to do it. He know you was chosen. Backslid and get played out real fast when God put your ass on punishment. It get played out real quick. You start thinking, man, I don't want to do that, man, because I know the Most High, man. I don't know what he going to, man. Yeah, you be running around this thing on pins and needles. Because, the greater the power, the more the responsibility. And even though God has given us the power to be anointed, to have insight, spiritual astuteness, and to be aware of the things that goes on in the world, guess what? That's the greater the temptation is going to come at you. That's the greater the battle you're going to have to fight when it comes to haters, when it comes to family, when it comes to people not supporting you. Yeah, it get real, y'all. It get real. Speedy Ryder said the Bible says that someone cheats on you is grounded for a divorce. For a divorce. Well, you can look at it one of two ways. That's why I asked her, how do she feel? How do Strawberry feel? Because if she personally feel like she need to leave because it's messing up, it's taken away from her ability to be able to thrive, to be able to function like she need to, then yeah, you need to do what you got to do, but who's to say that you ain't gonna run into somebody 10 times worse? And what I'm saying is sometimes you got to understand, man, how you gonna always want God to forgive you for your sins and your mistakes, but you can't forgive your husband, but you can't forgive your wife. But you always want God to forgive you. So you got to practice forgiveness. You got to have some kind of forgiveness in your heart. Don't just like, if it's not that severe, if it's not that bad, if your man got caught slipping or your woman got caught slipping and they cheated on you, yeah, it's going to hurt. But when you married, that's a different level of commitment. We're not talking about a girlfriend or boyfriend or somebody just dating. See, I can have a girlfriend that I'm dating and she cheat on me and I just leave her and be like, I don't want to be with you no more. You cheated on me. I don't want you no more. But when you have a wife or a husband, that's a different level of commitment. You can't just walk away so easy like that. Or maybe you could. You know what I mean? Society today, you know, teaches, you know, if you break a fingernail, divorce your husband. If your wife show a booty pic on Instagram, divorce your wife. This is what people teach in modern times. So, you know, but what I'm saying is, if you can work it out, work it out. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Okay, where we at? Where we at? Didi say, use discernment and be loving. Strawberry say, yes, Speedy, love. Speedy 47 say, in the King James Version of the Bible, the primary most explicitly stated grounds for divorce is sexual morality, often referred to as fornication or adultery. This is based on Jesus. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But, you know, if you're not ready to jump that broom and you're not ready for what comes with jumping that broom, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Because just because you get married, that don't mean somebody going to turn perfect. Even though they should know better, Speedy. I'm with you, Speedy. I think people should know better what they getting themselves into. If you're not ready for it, then I just don't think you should put yourself in that position, you know. In the gospel, particularly Matthew 5:32, 19:9. Additionally, the Apostle Paul in Corinthians 7:15 suggests that abandonment by unbeliever spouse can also be grounds for divorce. I also think that this, Speedy, when you get married, you have to have the blessing of God to bless your marriage. I'm going to repeat that. When you get married, you need to make sure that you marry somebody that have the fear of God in their life. You need to make sure you marrying somebody that is governed by biblical laws, that operates under the conditions of the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Because if you don't, you're going to get somebody that's going to rebel. You're going to get somebody that's going to stick out. They're going to stick out. And they're gonna stick out their nose at you. They're gonna be indulging into other things that not fit for your marriage. They're gonna be going against the laws and the commandments of God. So you have to make sure that when you getting married and you tying yourself down to somebody, that is somebody that's spiritually in tune with the Most High, just like you, or it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It is not gonna work. I promise you it ain't. If you ain't getting with somebody or marrying somebody that don't have the fear of God in their life, and that's not governed by the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not. Somebody gonna fall weak. Somebody gonna fall weak to the enemy. Because the enemy is always watching. I told y'all who the powers of this world is. The powers of this world is, the enemy. The enemy controls and dictates how this society goes. And so don't think just because you get married that you ain't going to be attacked. Hell, even if you're not the one that get attacked, guess what? Your spouse is going to be attacked. And if your spouse is not strong enough or don't have God or don't love God like you, they going to cheat on you. They going to rebel. They gonna do something that's outside of the confines of what y'all bound to become throughout your marriage or to be like. So you got to make sure you getting with somebody that honors their body, that honors their temple, that's clean, that love the Most High. That you can't just be getting with anybody and just throw a title on them, or this my husband, or this is my wife. No. Stop throwing titles on everybody. She not your wife because she's not a wife. He's not your husband because he's not a husband. He's not fit to be a husband. She's not fit to be a wife. But you want to make it look good for the gram. You want to make it look good for everybody else out here that, booing up and taking vacations and all this stuff. And you want to make it look good for your family to make it seem like you ain't lonely. And you want to make it look good for your co-workers to make it seem like you got somebody at home. But when you go home late at night, you stressed out, you depressed, you arguing, you fighting, and you dealing with infidelity. Stop throwing titles on people that don't fit their character. Stop throwing titles on people that don't fit their personality. Stop throwing titles on people that don't fit who they is. Okay? If you know it was a one-night stand, you should have left it at that, a one-night stand. If you know it was just a little fling in the wind, you should have left it at that, a fling in the wind. If you know it was just for a hookup and friends with benefits, you should have just left it at that, being a hookup and friends with benefits. Stop putting titles on everybody, man. Talking about this your husband. Talking about this your wife. Come on, man. Cause you desperate. Cause you lonely. Cause you vulnerable. Cause you weak. Oh, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. You see what I'm saying? See, God don't need two people to commune. God don't need two people to come together only to be weak. You could have been weak single. You could have been weak on your own. Come on, man. Come on, man. You could have been weak by yourself. It's strength in numbers. If we know anything, it's strength in numbers. And we stronger together than we is apart. So why is it you trying to get with somebody and you come together and you claim that you got the support of the Most High to do this thing with, but you still weak? You was better off being alone on your own or being single. God don't need weak marriages. God don't need weak people. God don't need weak followers. God don't need weak men. God don't need weak women. God don't need weak leaders. God need people who got a backbone, man. Straight up. And the enemy is going to test your relationship. The enemy is going to test your family. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Y'all think this a game? See, that's why I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all think, some people probably get on my live and they think I'm just talking to sound good, man. This ain't a game. The enemy is going to test you. You could have been weak on your own if you wasn't going into the marriage knowing that it was a possibility of us dealing with trials and tribulations, or us dealing with some kind of turmoil. If you know you didn't have, or if you know that's listening on this live right now as we speak, I'm about to tell y'all something for real. If you know you don't have the endurance, if you know you don't have the strength, if you know you don't have the brain capacity, if you know you don't have, the spiritual strength, that comes with a marriage. Don't get married. If you know you ain't got the ability to be forgiven to your partner, come hell or hot water, if you know you ain't got the strength to get through it with your partner, even when the enemy is testing them, if you know you ain't got the strength, don't get married. Stop putting titles on people. Save yourself some time. Save yourself some energy. Save yourself some money. Don't get married, man. If you know you ain't got the strength that comes with marriage. It's a fight. It's a fight to be a chosen child of God. It's a fight to be anointed. It's a fight to be in a marriage. But see, what y'all don't understand is a lot of people wanted the easy way out. They wanted the easy way out. They think everything is supposed to be sunshine and rainbows. They think, you know, you're supposed to be with somebody for 10, 20, 30 years and not go through nothing. They think that the devil ain't going to test you and your family. This is what people think. And that's why the divorce rate is at an all-time high. That's why the modern family can't stick together, because they weak. And I'm not telling you to be stupid. It's a difference between strength and being stupid. You think you just because you jumped the broom, or you think that if you're not cut out for marriage, stay single. If you're not ready to be disappointed sometimes, stay single. If you're not ready to be able to endure and to be able to accept that it's going to be some problems from time to time between you and your significant other, stay single. Stay single. All right? Speedy Rider say teachers, Speedy Rider say YNMP, and the belly say if I see them on the street, if I see them on your street, they ass is done. What, I don't know what you was saying. Didi say, when we don't know that the spirit of the people that we entertain, the way invite the enemy. Yeah. Yo, bro, what's up? You probably don't remember me. I remember you, anyone. Welcome back to the live, anyone. Speedy Rider, real talk. Annabella say this was premeditated. You already know. Annabella. Didi say, we know by the fruit. The fruit is the spirit. Didi say that's why we battle friends, family, and significant others. Definitely. Speedy Rider say, I believe it. Didi say, word, True Media. Didi fired. Nancy wrote, yup. Didi bullseye. And the belly say it all comes into focus. It definitely does. Speedy Rider say, fire. Speedy Rider family say, they love you. They for you. They talk about you behind your back and ain't for you. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We all got them family members that we deal with, you know, that store up stuff. You know what I mean? But, you know, you got to sometimes love your family from a distance if necessary. Didi say all the ancestors, all ancestors are not in our highest good. It's facts. Facts. Speedy Rider say 100. Speedy Rider say straight facts. Patrice David in this thing. Wow, Patrice Davis in this thing. I ain't seen you in a long time, sis. Hope everything well. God bless you. And I want to let you know this, Patrice. I love you, okay? I love you. She say, hello, everyone in the chat. Actively, amen to this. I love you, all right? And I want you to know you always got a family here on this channel. Whether we agree to disagree or whatever, we all here for one purpose and one purpose only. And that's to honor and praise the Most High. Okay? I love you. Straight up. And welcome back to the live. It's been a minute, Patrice. Hope everything well with you. Speedy Rider say right. Speedy Rider 47 say, come on. Didi, greetings. Patrice Davis. Yeah, sis back in the building. Speedy Rider, speak the truth, True Media. Speedy Rider, Patrice Davis, hi, Didi. Speedy Rider family can be corrupt. And the belly for 4 years now, I've been waiting on with that the 1 million, the $1 million for 4 years. Yeah, I think that's, you probably gotta elaborate a little bit on that. Beautiful disaster for real. Didi say good to have you back, Patrice. David's been missing your comments, our praises. Yeah, man. Didi, is good to have Patrice back. You know, real talk, straight up. We ain't seen her in a minute, Didi. It's been a long time. Annability, I go out to step just I go to okay, I'll go to the setup just for fun. Yeah. Annability say life is too short. Speedy Rider in the King James Version of the Bible, the primary and the only implicity stated grounds for it. Oh yeah, I read that already. Patrice Davis said, thanks, happy to be present. I've been in lurk mode too. But the topic was on point. The topic was so on point I had to comment. It's all good, love. Look, sis. Listen to me, Patrice. I love you, okay? And I know sometimes we have a difference of opinions as followers of the Most High. We have difference of opinions. We all sisters and brothers. Hell, we gonna fight. We're sisters and brothers, you know, that don't fight. We gonna have disagreements from time to time. But we have to make sure that that don't break us up. We have to make sure that that don't keep us from venting off and to isolating ourselves from the main goal and focusing on the main goal, which is honoring the Most High. You know what I mean? And we gonna disagree from time to time. You know what I mean? But we got to make sure that we keep it with all love and respect. It should be out of love and it should be out of respect. And that's what I'm all about. You dig what I'm talking about? Alex Rodriguez say hi. Annability say that and if they kick your butt or abandon you. Speedy Rider say right. Nancy right. Didi all right. Patrice. Speedy Rider no. Okay. I'm past that part. We here. Warrior Messiah. I'm 30 brown living in a truck. Don't trip. You'll get through it. Give it to God, my brother. Real talk. Straight up. You'll be all right. Speedy Rider 47 say go out and come back in. Okay, I think I did that. Yeah, that's what we messed up. Warrior Messiah say working Monday through Friday. The feeling you feel sting. You fear near your stomach, chest. Yeah, yeah, you just gotta hang in there, bruh. We all go through the motions, man. Hang in there, man. Real talk. Didi say much gratitude. Warrior Messiah say sucks to suck. Young Black Jetty, big love, brother. Keep cooking. I'm live with you at work. Keep going. Oh, thank you, Young Black. I appreciate you, Black. Real talk. God bless you. Didi say fire. Speedy Rider 47. Facts 100. Didi say it's real on the battlefield. You already know it's real in the field. Nisi Shouty in this thing. Welcome back to the live. Nisi, I ain't seen you in a minute. It's a lot of people I ain't seen in a minute, man. Real talk. Nisi Shouty in this thing. What's good with you, Nisi? Hope everything good with you, sis. Warrior Messiah say we all out here. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. Everything gonna be all right, man. We need each other in times like right now. Swisher, the flipper. New levels, new devils. You already know, man. Warrior Messiah say Swisher. Warrior Messiah say deities, man. Yeah, man. They on alert. Swisher the flipper. When your energy is at an all-time high, that's when them devils want to come to dim your light. Facts. Big facts. Big facts. That's facts. Didi say, yep, Warrior Messiah. What you mean by that? Clarence Williams, shalom. Shalom to you, Clarence Williams. Welcome to the live. Didi say at Swisher, yes, 100. Speedy Rider 47. That's why when I pray, I only ask for God's will because I know he knows more than me. 100. God will, we would never even level up to, you know, the real power that God possesses. We only think and assume, and he give us a little bit to know out of that. Didi, so true, True Media, Speedy Rider. I had someone come around and knock on my door before I just didn't answer it. Speedy Rider say facts 100. Didi say what's that? I see Second, this energy motion. Warrior Messiah, I'm going through it. Warrior Messiah, this live, no disrespect to others, sums it up in my life. Man, look, bro, you got to have God in times like this, Warrior Messiah, or you ain't going to make it, man. This is what I'm telling y'all, man. The powers of darkness or the rulers of this world, they gonna make it hard on chosen children of the Most High, man. But you gotta have enough spiritual astuteness and strength to pull yourself through. We all go through things, man. You ain't the only one. But you got to be strong in times like this, man. Swisher the Flipper say we have to protect our energy and we can't keep going back to the same sins we ask God to forgive us for. But if you know better, you would do better. 100. I definitely agree with that. Patrice say 100. Warrior Messiah say, luckily I have a trucker job. I will take the feeling knowing that someday this hangover will pass. It will. It will. It will. Straight up. Swisher the Flipper say on everything, that's all facts, True Media. Didi say Warrior Messiah, all of us, that's why we here, truth be told, all love. Yeah. That's why I made this channel, for us to be able to operate under one roof and come together and talk to each other about certain things, you know what I mean? That's what makes us family and that's what makes us strong. Speedy Rider, I didn't sleep with anybody, so I don't have to worry about it. 100. That's good. If you still got your virginity in place, Speedy, if that's what you're saying, then all praises to you. That's good. Warrior Messiah, True Media, you were once in these shoes I'm in. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, we done been through the motions, man. I done been through it, Warrior Messiah. I done been through it, my brother. This how I'm able to speak like I'm speaking, because I done been through it, bro. Speedy Rider say facts 100. Punishment comes in many forms. You already know. And the Most High don't play. The Most High don't play when it comes to you knowing better and you ain't doing better. Real talk. Nisi Shawty, my true, you're speaking a highly relevant word today. Us children of God has got to be on our toes. We got to be, Nisi, because we going to always be tempted and having the enemy on our heels about everything that we go through. Because they know our potential and our power that we possess. So these evil entities that run the world, they know we on live right now talking amongst each other about what we talking about. And they gang stalking us. And you got to be careful with that too, because you be thinking that you somewhere in the middle of nowhere all by yourself in the woods fishing by yourself. But what you don't know is they sent somebody to watch you. They sent somebody to follow you. You marked. You literally marked as a chosen child of God. You marked in the spirit realm. You marked. I already know. I give the Most High gratitude just as I do now all day. Yeah, I already know, Didi. Already know. It's you have to, you got to keep God present, man. We can't veer off too far off track. When you fall, put your big boy pants on, put your big girl pants on, and get back up and dust yourself off. Because you going to fall from time to time. You going to slip. But you got to keep going, man. You can't stay down and wallow in your sin. Speedy Rider 47 say, facts, Didi. Water Messiah say, bro, are you in the Bay Area? Yeah, I'm from the Bay. I'm from Oakland, man. From Oakland. Adortasia, amen. Adortasia didn't play with that man. Yeah, Adortasia. Don't play with God. I'm telling you. Welcome back to the live, Adortasia. It's good to see you back in the live. Good point. Don't play with him. Nisi Shawty, amen. Swisher the Flipper, amen. Swisher the Flipper. We have to defeat all temptations. Big facts. Didi, I have my fair share of sit down time. So yes, True Media, I have learned my lesson on many levels. Yeah. And God gonna take you down through there so hard to where you gonna learn your lesson. He'll scare you right, scare you straight, like he did me. Scare me straight. Didi say you already know, Speedy Rider. Speedy Rider, Speedy Rider facts 100. True Media, Adortasia say some of them still aren't. Yeah, I know. I definitely know. I feel you. Didi, the absolute truth, we have to be equally yoked. Facts. Speedy Rider, yes. Adortasia, yep. Some people rather have a man or a woman than none at all. Yeah, it's crazy how they do, Tasia. Because they got too vulnerable and lonely and put the wrong person in the wrong place with the wrong title, messed up their whole life. Adortasia say, amen. DD Fire 100. Adortasia say, people choose lust over love. That's why. I agree. Adortasia say, get the two confused. Don't get the two confused. But they do get the two confused. I agree too. Payram, say it. Warrior Messiah, 12 views. Damn. Dortasia, yep, I can do bad all by myself. Is a saying. Yeah, if you want to, I mean, you got to be strong and be able to endure what comes with a relationship and a marriage. That ain't nothing you just throw yourself into. Swisher the Flipper say lust will destroy your happy home and your relationship with God. Big facts. That's why you got to get with somebody that's strong, man. And that done went through the fire of being battle tested. If you ain't getting with nobody that went through the fire that's being battle tested, it's going to be hard, man. Real talk. Nisi Shardy say 100. Adortasia say, glad to see our people on point. Man, I love our people. You see how on point we is? This is God's people in this thing, man. Real talk. Swisher the Flipper say, amen. Speedy Rider, amen. Celicia Payram say, I respect that more. Just be real. I agree. You absolutely right. Be honest about what you're doing and what you're going through. And talk to your significant other. Talk to them. Real talk. Swisher the Flipper say rejection is your protection. I agree. Didi lust is temporary. Love is longevity. Didi say especially if it's the same love that you want in return. Facts. Facts. You better get with somebody that's been battle tested or you gonna be heartbroken. Patrice Davis say that's why God says forgive 70 times 7. That's why adultery is ground for divorce, but God does not command for us to divorce. The enemy will attack anything, anybody. Yep, absolutely correct, Patrice. That's facts. Once the enemy see you got something good and you strong and you are looking good and smelling good with your significant other, here come the devil. Here he come. He coming. Didi, all truth be told here. Warrior Messiah, can you see my comment? Yeah, I can see you, Warrior. Swisher the Flipper, whereas I see your comments. Warrior Messiah say, thanks, man. Warrior Messiah say, we on the internet when we should be closer to our fam. We is family here talking. We just having the discussion, the online family discussion. Swisher the Flipper say, yes, sir, family. Deani King, hi. What's good with you, Deani King in this thing? Yeah. Everybody in this thing. Warrior Messiah, since you're reading the comments, thanks. You already know I got to read everybody. Didi, what's happening, Deani King? Speedy Rider 47 said, I'm not a virgin, LOL. What I'm saying is I haven't been sleeping with none. Oh, my bad. My bad, Speedy. My bad. I ain't know. You know what I mean? But, yeah, you should practice... you should take some time off for yourself and practice I forgot the name of it, man. I forgot the name of it, but you should practice, you know, getting yourself healed and under control for the person that you really want to be with. You dig what I'm saying? Don't be sleeping with everybody, man. You taking on different demons and different spirits. And I done had women I done slept with in my past. And right after I slept with them, the next day I woke up to a gang of bad news. You know, and you keep doing stuff like that, man. That shit is like inviting different demons and spirits in your life that you don't need. You know what I'm talking about? Celibacy. My bad, Speedy. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you practicing celibacy. I kind of went like brain dead and forgot what I was trying to say. Celibacy. Yeah, you got to practice celibacy and things like that. But like, to get back to the story about me, knowing that I shouldn't be doing that, but it was right in front of me. It was so tempting that I did it. But the next day I wake up, I got a gang of bad thoughts, bad news, stuff start going wrong in my life. You know what I mean? And some of that, I know that it wasn't the devil. I know that God was punishing me, like I told y'all. Because when you know better, you do better. And this is why I'm able to speak how I'm speaking and talk about the certain things that I'm talking about, because I got the experience. I done went through it. You feel me? Real talk. Swisher the Flipper say after you get through the storm, that's when the sunshine, yeah, the sun gonna always come again. As long as you manage to get through the storm, Swisher. Swisher the Flipper. Listen to me, my brother. You gotta get through the storm. See, the problem is though, Flipper, most people don't get through the storm. They give up. They give up. But yeah, the sunshine do come out again when you get through that storm. Yes, indeed. And it's filled with a lot of blessings, a lot of bliss, and it's filled with, you know, God's presence and love. But you got to go through it. Real talk. Deani King say, hey, DD. Strawberry Ice say, did you answer my question? I'll rewatch as I wasn't here. I did, Strawberry. I gave you a whole soliloquy. I gave you a whole little, you know, 20 minutes just talking to you. Go back and replay it. Patrice Davis say, thanks, True. Well, exactly. We may not always agree on everything, but we for the greater good. God's grace and mercy is better than good. Love you too. I love you, sis. And don't let no name or, you know, none of that. Because God know, like we be saying like Jesus or, Muhammad or, we got all these different names that we don't understand that keeps us from, like moving forward and bonding and building with each other. And what it do is it separates us. And God know that we worshiping and talking about him. You know what I mean? Regardless of whatever title, God know what's in your heart. He know how you feel about him. God ain't crazy. And so I don't never want us to get it twisted and think that, just because we disagree about something, it can't be out of love or respect. I love my brothers and sisters, and everybody on here, I consider you as a brother and sister, and it's nothing but love. And that's what it's all about. You dig what I'm talking about? That's what it's all about. Real talk. Rose in this thing, what's good with you, Rose? Say you motivational, bro. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that, man. God bless you, man. Swisher the Flipper say True Media, do you practice simmer retention? Yeah, man. I'm actually on it right now, Swisher. I ain't had none in a long time. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Not that I can't get none, it's that I gotta do this. I gotta do this, bruh. This what comes with it. I can't be telling y'all not to do it and I'm not doing it. Like, come on, bruh. Yeah, so, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, man. Yeah. I practice simmer retention, bro. I'm practicing it right now as we speak, Swisher the Flipper. It's been about 2 months. It's been about 2 months. I've been trying to resist. And I've been going through it, y'all, when it comes to women, because I know a lot of women. I done dealt with a lot of women, and a lot of women like me. You know what I mean? They like me. They love to be around me, man. But I can't let my feelings or my emotions or what I feel, get me to go against what God wants for me, man. And so simmer retention is very spiritual, just like celibacy is spiritual. We don't look at it like that. Sometimes we look at it for different reasons. But it's very spiritual, and it's very important to resist temptation, and to resist lust. And, before I go, I want to talk to y'all about lust. I want to talk to y'all about temptation. We humans, we was put here to have sex. This grown man talk, this grown man and grown woman talk. So if you a child or if you under the age of 18, please exit the chat. We was put here to have sex, and sex is good. It's a beautiful thing. It's a good feeling, but it also can be very, very detrimental. You can catch diseases. You can end up impregnating the wrong person or having a baby with the wrong person. You can be led into a state of lust to where you can't escape watching XXX rated videos and those things of that nature. And so, though sex is powerful and it was used to be a good thing to help us procreate and to keep, the world evolving, but you got to be careful. You got to practice semen retention. Ladies, you got to practice celibacy. You got to give your temples a break. You got to release these spirits that you take on from these different men and women that you sleep and lay with. If not, you will always be at a disadvantage when it comes to fighting against the powers that be, the powers of darkness. They will always have your number if they can be able to tempt you and get you to be in a lustful spirit. You always gonna be at their disadvantage. They can handle you however they want. And so remember, you gotta practice, my brothers, practice semen retention. It's gonna be hard for the first couple weeks. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tempting. Sisters, practice celibacy. It's gonna be tempting. It's gonna be hard. But we have to value God over man. We have to value God's protection and God's love over man and over lust. If not, then you're going to be bound and trapped by the wicked ways of this world, man. I'm telling you. And I just wanted to put that as a disclaimer, as a side note to remember. Yeah, you might get, I'm going to say it, you're going to get horny. You're going to get sometimes aroused by certain, but what the thing is to control your thoughts. Because thoughts leads into actions. If you dwell on a certain thought for so long, you're going to try to act it out. That's why the Bible tell you to renew your mind. You want to renew your mind to where even when you start feeling a certain kind of way, you catch yourself. You catch yourself. You don't slip into that slumber. You don't slip into that thought process of doing something that's against the will of God. You got to catch yourself. So you got to transform and renew your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Or the enemy is going to be playing on you, man. So, I know that's a long answer for my brother Swisher the Flipper. But yes, brother, I practice semen retention and it's a good thing. Didi say, Didi laughing. Strawberry Ice say, thank you. God bless you. God bless you too, Strawberry Ice. I wish you the best in your relationship, your marriage. And I hope y'all can work that stuff out and come to common grounds. And I wish you the best. Wish you nothing but the best. Strawberry Ice say, may God reward you because you are reminding people to stay on God's path. Look, I appreciate that. And all glory to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Part of what I do is to remind you and to remind myself as well. Part of what I do is not to just teach you. It's not to just warn you. It's also to teach myself as I'm going through the process and also warn myself from certain things as well. So while I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself at the same time because I gotta make sure that I stay strong. And I got to make sure that in order for me to deliver the message of the Most High, like it need to be delivered to the people, I got to be strong. I can't be no hypocrite. I can't be a person that's doing something against the will of God and coming on live and telling y'all to be faithful and to be sanctified and be holy and you don't do that. So I'm talking to myself too. You feel what I'm saying? Didi say much love to all. Patrice Davis say exactly. It creates division, correct. Strawberry Ice say, I have advice for all the men here. Please grow your beards because a man without a beard is like a lion without his mane. Thank you. Yeah. I agree to a certain extent. You right. Didi, this is the most exciting live. Your lives, all of them is fire. Strawberry Ice say, also God made the man's face to have facial hair for a reason. Yeah. I guess you know, some brothers just, I don't know, you know, they don't fully embody. I got a little bit of facial hairs over here. I've been sticking with it, you know, a little bit more, but you know, everybody just don't value the facial hair thing. A lot of brothers do, but some brothers don't. But that's a good point. You right though, Strawberry. You right. John Black say, not trying to bring any negativity, but I know that you had to put hands on plenty of people. Only saying that because not many people respect peace. Yeah, man, I shot them pistols too. I shot guns too at people, bruh. I wasn't no game in the streets. I used to shoot at people, all kind of shit. You feel me? I done had shootout. John Black, I done had shootouts in front of my mama, bruh. In front of my mama. How disrespectful could it get? I done had shootouts in front of my mama. But my mama knew that I was protecting our family. So when I talked to my mama about it, she was like, you know, she's like, yeah, I don't like it, but I see what you had to do what you had to do. You know what I mean? I'm a protector, John Black. This is why a lot of people like me and love me, because they know I'm a protector. I protect my family. I protect my woman. If I'm in a relationship with a she knows she gonna be protected. I'm a protector. And so I done got into a lot of shootouts. I'm from Oakland, bro. I don't know where you from, John the Black, but bro, I'm from Oakland. I'm from East Oakland. And if you know anything about Oakland, man, it's war on the streets of Oakland, man. You feel me? So I grew up fighting. I grew up toting pistols. I grew up in shootouts and shooting at people and all. Come on, bruh. So it took a lot for me to get to where I'm at today, man. I used to sell drugs too. I used to be on the block hanging out with the fellas all time of night. You know what I mean? I come on, bruh. Yeah, I'm him. But I'm proud to say that I grew from that shit. I'm not there no more. I don't shoot guns no more. I don't shoot at people no more. I did once before. Yeah, I remember one time I had a shootout in my neighborhood. I had a shootout. They try to ambush me and my homeboys, right? So you had a car. I'm gonna start talking about certain stories, certain hood stories on the channel. It was a car on one corner, and there was another car on the other corner, and they were shooting from opposite sides. So I had a AR-15. I was only 14 years old with an AR-15. You feel me? And at the time the shootout happened, I was like 16 or 17. And so I pulled out the AR-15, man, and I got busy. You feel me? Yeah, I got busy with that thing. And so how Oakland is, a lot of people in Oakland know each other, right? And so I was still in high school when this stuff went down. I was in the 10th grade, 9th or 10th grade. And when I went to school, 2 days later, everybody at my school was talking about, bruh, man, we heard you got in a shootout, bruh. We heard you shot at them niggas, man. We heard, I'm like, man, this shit done hit the school, man. This shit was all over the school. Everybody in the school talking about, man, we heard you pulled out a chop, man, and was shooting at niggas and shit over there on the block. And so I'm just giving you a little bit of background of where I come from and who I am. I done put my hands on a lot of people, and I done also shot at people, bruh. And I ain't proud to say that shit, you feel me, like on some real shit, but I'm a protector, bruh. If you come for mine, I'm the kind of person, I'm coming for yours, bruh. I'm coming, bruh. I'm coming with them things, man. Real talk. So that's why all this internet shit don't get to me when you get trolls and people in the chat and saying little shit. It don't get to me because I know they just, it's play. It's play. I ain't got time for the play shit. You feel me? Like, I really was in the streets moving mean, man, with Usalamas and all kind of shit. 13, 14 years old with 100-round drums and shit. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. So coming from that to where I'm at right now, it's a blessing, and it was a transition. And I'm glad that God showed mercy to allow me to get through what I went through, to be able to, you know, speak what I'm speaking right now today. You dig what I'm saying? So all praises to the Most High, man. Real talk. Rose Malik say, OG 100. You already know. Rose Swisher the Flipper say, Frags, bro. I'm on semi retention myself. I'm going on a month and a half, but this journey has been so hard for me because I'm holding so much energy right now. Yeah, you need to make a YouTube channel. You see how I'm getting my shit off, man. I gotta let some of this testosterone out of me, man. I got too much testosterone. But all truthfulness, all jokes aside, man. All jokes aside, hit up the gym too. I've been very active in the gym lately, which been amazing. And find some hobbies like basketball, fishing, hiking. Find some hobbies to my fellas, man, that's on semi retention, that'll help you it'll ease the process a little bit, because it's gonna be hard in the beginning. It's not gonna be easy. It really ain't. And that's to the women too, to the sisters too. It ain't gonna be easy. Strawberry Ice say, God bless you, true love. All love, sis. Real talk. All love to you. And I really hope that God bless you and your family and everything work out. And that's real talk. Nisi Shawty say celibacy. You already know Nisi Shawty. Patrice Davis say right. Strawberry say fasting helps with controlling your desires. Yeah. Bananas too. I heard bananas help too. Michael say take every thought captive. Yeah, you right. You right, Michael. Welcome to the live, Michael. Didi reminders. Patrice Davis say strawberries absolutely fasting helps as well. Yeah, fasting, semi retention, and celibacy, that all goes hand in hand. That's all, you know, when you start doing stuff like that, practice celibacy, semi retention, and you fasting, that builds up your spiritual strength. That builds up, that you become more spiritually in tune, and you have more spiritual endurance as you practice these different things like semi retention, celibacy, and fasting, because now you're not taken from men. You going within. You going back within. This is what this is all about. That's why the Bible and the Messiah told you to know thyself. This is going back within. You have to understand, the more you eat, the more stuff you eat, the more people you sleep with and have sex with, that's weakening your spirit, man. It's weakening you. It's causing you to operate at a low vibration. It's weakening you. So when you start pushing back on those things and start giving those things up, you start building your spiritual strength back up to where God wanted it. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk. Swisher the Flipper say semi retention is my lifestyle. Without me holding on to this energy, I don't feel close to God, but wish me the best on my journey, and I wish you the best. Man, it's nothing but love, my brother. It's nothing but love, man. It's nothing but love to you. I wish you nothing but the best, man. Real talk. Real talk, man. And it's gonna be different experiences for different people, Flipper. We gonna all have different experiences and stuff like that. And all praises to the Most High, man. And pray for strength and protection, Flipper. I know how I get, man. Didi say we all need to we all need to be reminded. Definitely. That's why we in here today. That's why we in here today, sis. Deani King say they knew not to play. They knew not to play. Yeah. Big facts. Strawberry Ice say Patrice Love. John Black say straight like that. But not even just fact of being a protector. I was coming from a perspective of when certain people see men speaking peace and love, they view them as weak. Who view men as weak? Who? Because certain people is not the right people. The right people view man like that as strength. The wrong people view man like that as weak. All right. John Black say not knowing it took a lot to get to a peaceful point. Man, it sure did. Is a Zale 100 Strawberry Ice at Swisher. Have you tried fasting? Strawberry Ice talking to Swisher. Strawberry Ice fasting is discipline for the body. Definitely. Didi say, Didi laughing. Swisher the Flipper say, on God, True Media, I've been going to the gym every day and I've been taking cold showers. Yeah, man. You got to release that testosterone, man. Like, you got to, because, as men, genetically, we made different from women, we made different, and that testosterone will get your ass, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And if you don't control it, bro, you're gonna fall into that slumber of lust. I'm telling you, bro. You're gonna fall into it. I'm telling you. So you gotta find alternatives, and you gotta find options that you can still kind of, you can replace that with, man. Like because you still a man at the end of the day. You still a man. You feel me? And semen retention ain't no joke, especially when you first starting. When you first see it get as it goes on a little longer, as you get more used to it, you've been doing it for a while, it get a little easier as you go on with it. But when you first start off and you start practicing celibacy and you start practicing semen retention, even when you start fasting, like stop eating food and you want to just go down to fruit diets or fast with just nothing but water, it's gonna be hard in the beginning, y'all. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be real hard, real challenging. Speedy Rider say facts, True 100. Will say I fast on Sunday. My only philosophy, got arrested on Sunday, so we do the same and recover our body from the trauma of that week. Yeah, the Sabbath day is important. We need to start definitely honoring the Sabbath day. I definitely agree with you, brother. We need to start honoring the Sabbath day. I think sometimes we be on the go so much, we forget to honor the Sabbath day, but we definitely need to start resting on that Sabbath day. Speedy Rider 47 say, yes, I'm more in tune with spirituality. 100. Michael say, to be alignment with God is staying a narrow path. Definitely. And you gonna know how to fight the wicked ways of this world that the enemy throw at you. Because we got to understand, the powers that be is evil. And they don't give a shit about nobody. They don't. And they out to kill, steal, and destroy whoever family, whoever relationship, whoever kids that they can get. It's just like the animal community, the animal kingdom. You know how animals like lions and hyenas, they don't give a shit about a baby elephant. They don't give a shit about a gazelle. They don't give a shit about a baby calf or a baby zebra. No, if they catch that baby zebra, that baby zebra is gonna be food. And that's how it is with the powers that be, with these you know, these rulers of darkness. They do the same thing with us. They don't care about God's children. They don't care about the kids of the Most High. They don't care about God's children. They out to kill us. Just like the lion is out to kill the baby gazelle. The same thing. They out to kill us. Straight up. Yeah, you a child of God. Yeah, you anointed, but I don't care. I'm trying to destroy you. All right? So we got to put on the armor of the Most High, and we got to come together in lives and chats like this to be able to talk to each other and be able to bond and connect and build with each other, so we can be able to fight this wicked beast that we going up against. Because I'm going to tell you, man, the moment you start thinking that you can fight the devil or the enemy on your own and you don't need God, man, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. I'm telling you. Strawberry the Flipper say, strawberry ice. Yes, I fast every morning. I give myself 11 to 12 hours to eat before I break my fast. Yeah, and listen, y'all, you could daily fast. We gonna start talking about health and sufficiency and things that pertains to dietary and what to eat and not to eat. We gonna start talking about that kind of stuff too on this channel, because that's important too, y'all. What you eat is, you know, what you feel, how you think. That's all a part of what you eating. And you can do a daily fast. You ain't got to do a fast like, you know, 20-day, 30-day fast, like on some, you know, just outrageous stuff. You could do a daily fast. Like every day you wake up, you can just drink some water and like fast for the first 6 to 7 hours of the day. Just don't eat nothing. And watch how that affect your body. Watch how that changes your body as you continue to do that every day you wake up. You're going to start seeing results out of this world. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to be more energetic. And you still could fast on a fruit fast. Like you could eat pineapples, strawberries, blueberries, cantaloupe. Watermelon is real good for you. Watermelon is because watermelon is like 95% water. You could still fast and cut you up some vegetables, and you know, and still fast with that too. You know what I mean? And just ease that into your diet until you start, you know, cutting back on bread and start cutting back on wheat and beef and pork, and cut back on that stuff, y'all. Y'all got to cut back on all that meat and stuff, because it really ain't good for your body, man. A strawberry ice say kindness is beauty. Yeah, that's how real people and good people look at kindness. We don't look at it like weakness. We look at it like beauty. Straight up. John Black say, you're right. The wrong people will view it like that. Just a couple years ago, I was living in the ghetto. Complex ministry started having church in this complex every Sunday. I joined the church. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that, John Black. If you got a fellowship with a congregation to bring you more enlightenment or more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, then you do that. You feel what I'm saying? Just make sure it's the right congregation. Make sure it's the right church that really teach and preach and talk about the law, statutes, and commandments of God. And you fellowship with them, man. Ain't nothing weak about that. Real person. Damn, I wish I could tune into this live stream right now, but at a family cookout. It's all good, real person. God bless you. We definitely been having a good discussion. So I encourage everybody who just now catching the live to go back and replay it, man. It's definitely been good talks from the family. John Black say, started spreading the word of God and was hated immediately. That's what comes with the territory, John. That's what comes with the territory, man. That's what comes with it, man. That's what comes with it, big dog. That's what comes with it, man. That's what comes with it. John the Black, let me tell you something about True, your brother. Let me tell you something about me. The moment I start putting down them pistols and I start putting down guns and I start turning my actions, my ways, and my thoughts back to God, man, people start looking at me like I wasn't him no more. Like I was soft. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, what's wrong with him? Like, you know what I mean? Like they was looking at me like I wasn't him. You know what I mean? But what I have to realize is that, do their opinion really matter more than God's? Or do God's opinion matter more than theirs? I had to get to the point to ask myself and say, do you really value the opinions of other people? Or do you value the opinions of God more? Which one do you value? Do you value the opinions of people? Or do you value the opinions of God? Which one do you value more? And I had to think to myself, and I said, well, shit, man. Like, I mean, shit, man. The only one that really was there for me when I went through the worst was the Most High. So I think I'm a choose God, and I'm going to value God's opinion more than these people over here. Yeah. I'm going to value God's opinion more. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm going to be protected. I know it's going to come with blessings. I know it's going to come with love. I know it's going to come with compassion. I know it's going to come with empathy. And I know it's going to come with peace of mind. But if I value these people opinion over here who calling me soft, who I used to hang with, it's like, bruh, who's to say that these people is going to come to your aid when something go wrong in your life? Or when you got to go face time and do time in jail? Like, so F what people talking about. I'm going to value God's opinion. And I'm going to stick with it. And I'm going to go with it to the grave. And everybody in my life at this point know, man, that dude don't play about God. Real talk. John Black say, started spreading. Okay, I read that one. Swisher the Flipper say, retention is not a joke. Family, that first week be a that first week, bruh, be a struggle. But after a month, you have more control over the temptations. I agree. It's just being familiar. You know, it's just being more. Sometimes when you get so used to doing things a certain kind of way, and you start out the blue, you just start, transitioning and start doing things the opposite way of what your body is used to doing. Your flesh is gonna fight back at you. Your flesh. That's why in the Bible, it always talks about how the desires of flesh can be the thing that leads you into falling into temptation, because your flesh is going to fight back against the things that's really good for you, especially in the beginning. So when you stop eating meat, or it's like your flesh going to be craving certain stuff because that's all it used to. It's, like if you a smoker or if you a drinker, all your flesh is used to is drinking and smoking. So the moment you try to stop doing it, it's going to be fighting you back. It's going to be trying to resist. It's going to be trying to get you to keep doing what it's used to doing. So, all in the end, it's all a mental thing. It's all in your mind. It's all about having mental strength as well as spiritual strength. And, once you get over that first couple of weeks, it'll get easier on you. Didi say, yep. Strawberry say, I have helped obese people lose weight. Man, that's a blessing. You can start a channel about that too, Strawberry, and just help people do stuff like that. That'd be a good, some good content to help people with, because a lot of people don't eat, the things that, a lot of people eat a lot of defiled foods that's not for God. God told us what we should eat. We should be eating very kosher meals, kosher food. See, that's what I like about the scriptures and about the word. Everything you face in life, God told you exactly how to deal with it. You know what I mean? So it really ain't no excuses to be living in a life of sin. Even though you're going to sin from time to time, you're not going to be perfect. We is not perfect. But God warned you and showed you how to deal with temptation, how to deal with lust, how to deal with relationships, how to deal with family, how to deal with dietary and what to eat, how to deal with neighbors. God told you all that in the scriptures. So it ain't no excuses. When you stand before God, don't say, oh, nobody didn't tell me. God say, you a lie. God gonna say, you a lie. I had true media telling you about it. I had the prophets in the ancient biblical days telling you about it. I had the books, the scrolls, the Apocrypha, the book of Enoch warning you of how to live and how to treat yourself and how to, how to be righteous, how to keep your temple clean, man. Because our bodies is temples, if y'all don't know that. And the powers that be, the powers of darkness that rules this world, they know that our bodies is temples. And that's why they try their best to keep us indulging into the wrong thing, listening to the wrong thing, watching the wrong thing, eating the wrong thing, smoking the wrong thing, drinking the wrong thing, because they know these things has an effect on our temple, which then has an effect on the kind of relationship that we have with the Most High. Yeah. It's real. Swisher the Flipper say, I do daily fast. I only eat fish, sweet potatoes, and avocados and mangoes. Man, that's a good diet right there, Flipper. That's a good diet, man. That's a good diet, man. And if y'all ever want to know about what we should eat and what we should eat, which you should already know what you should and shouldn't eat, go back to the scriptures. It tell you, I believe it's Proverbs. I believe Proverbs, Proverbs or the book of Psalms. One of the books, it's either the book of Proverbs or Psalms. It give you the dietary laws of what you should be eating. Okay, so even the Quran give you dietary laws of what you should and shouldn't be eating. And so, if you ever need a reminder of what's good for you and what's approved of the Most High, and go back to the scriptures and go to the book of Proverbs. And it'll tell you exactly what's good for the body and what's defiled for the body and what's not meant for the body. Switch to the Flipper say, God sent us to True Media live today for a reason, because we are all his chosen ones. 100, you already know, my brother. Switch to the Flipper, man. It's all love. All praises to the Most High. And stay away from fast food, family, because it will destroy your energy on my soul. Yeah, I ain't ate fast food I ain't ate McDonald's in about probably almost 10 years. I ain't ate Burger King and all that other stuff in about almost 10 years. I ain't ate Chinese food in about 10 years. So, man, I don't eat meat. I'm a pescatarian / vegetarian. I'm a fruitarian. I don't eat meat. I don't eat pork. I don't eat beef. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat turkey, ham, none of that. And I ain't ate that stuff in almost 6 years, y'all. 6 years. I ain't been smoking weed. I was a hardcore weed smoker. If anybody know Oakland, California, you know that's the land of the granddaddy. That's the land of the grade A top shelf weed. I ain't smoked weed in almost 10 years, y'all. What's going on? This year will make, let me see, 5. This year in October will make 8 years I ain't smoked no weed. Haven't smoked weed in 8 years. I haven't ate meat. This is what you got to do when you talking about you a chosen seed of God. You got to give up things, man. You ain't going to be perfect. Of course, you still going to deal with sin. Of course, you still going to have things you fall short into doing. But you should be progressing and giving up things as you go. You shouldn't be 30 years old still doing things that you was doing at 20. You shouldn't be 40 years old still doing things you was doing at 30. You shouldn't be 50 years old still doing certain things that's not good for you at 40. Like, you got to see yourself growing. And so I haven't ate meat, man, in almost, I ain't ate chicken in about 4 years. I ain't ate pork or beef in about 5 years. And I ain't ate fast food in about 10 years. So yeah, I've been on one with it, man. Real talk. I've been on one. And you feel a difference. You feel a difference. It's a big difference. John Black say, thank you, bro. I really needed that validation on that subject. It's all good, John Black. You my brother. I got you. It's nothing but love. Always reach out. Don't hesitate. This is what I'm here for, man. Real talk. Patrice Davis say the flesh fights against the spirit every day, all day. That's why we have to stay prayed up against for strength to be obedient. I agree, Patrice. You absolutely right. Absolutely right. Real talk. Swisher the Flipper say, real talk. I need to start me a channel because I have so much to talk about. Start you one, man. I only started this channel. I started the channel back in, I think, November, and then I started making videos in like February, and I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers, bro. And I told the Most High, I said, you know, just bless me with the right audience that I can be able to give the message to that can understand what I'm trying to tell them. And God says, say no more. God says, say no more. And I always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I just always used to hesitate because I thought I wanted to do reaction videos and stuff like that. God said, I don't want you doing all that. He said, I want you to talk to the people about me, about salvation, and about the truth. And I'm gonna do the rest. Don't worry about views. Don't worry about where the money gonna come from. Don't worry about the algorithm. Don't worry about none of that. He said, I want you to turn on that camera and I want you to give your audience me. Me. And I'm going to do the rest. And 3 months later, we almost at 5,000 subscribers. Can't make it up, bruh. All glory to the Most High. This ain't me. This the Lord's doing. Feel what I'm talking about? I'm just a messenger. Swisher the Flipper say, okay, I got that. Strawberry Ice say, halal meat is healthy like kosher. Yeah, kosher. Halal. I heard about that. I think I heard about that kind of meat. But I definitely think we don't need to be swallowing animals and eating animals, y'all. That's not what the Most High, that's not in our diet, y'all. Come on, man. We ain't supposed to be eating cows and pigs and shit. Pigs is nasty, man. They eat anything. If you know anything about pigs, man, them like the nastiest things on earth, man. You got people eating pork and just every day, man. Just come on, y'all, man. We gotta do better with our diet, man. Strawberry Ice said, true medium, very shy to talk on camera. Well, you could just text. If you shy to talk on camera, we can just text on my email if you want to, and or on live or however you want to do it. To try to figure some things out in regards of you and your relationship. It ain't got to be on like no FaceTime or nothing. It could be on just us texting. I don't want to violate your privacy, or I don't want to violate your relationship or nothing like that. I don't play about married women. I don't play about that. I know if look, I don't play about that stuff. I got to be looking like this, man. Where God at? I don't play about that, because I'm just saying, like, and people shouldn't play about married people, man. Especially when you anointed, when you a child of God, man. You got to you got to be careful. All right, you don't want to be playing and stuff, man. Real talk. God will punish the hell out of you. You seen what he did to David. I'm telling y'all about King David. And so respectfully, if you don't want to come on camera, sis, you do not have to come on camera. We can just text and leave it like that. You feel me? Speedy Rider 47 said, yes, our bodies is the temple of God. Big facts. Speedy Rider 47 said the King James Version of the Bible contains passages about which meats are considered clean and unclean for consumption. That's what I'm talking about, Speedy. You know what I'm talking about. And we have got to the point to where we just eat anything, man. Like, ain't supposed to be just eating anything. You know what I mean? Strawberry Ice said, true, yes, the Quran The Quran is guidance. It's a lot of love and truth in the Quran. You know what I mean? I don't want to go down that the religion perspective of telling people what to read, but it's a lot of truth in the Quran. It's a lot of truth in the book of Enoch. It's a lot of truth in the Apocrypha. It's a lot of truth in the book of Jubilees. I don't even know if people heard about the book of Jubilees. The book of Jubilees used to be in the Bible before the 1600s, but as they translated the Bible, they took the book of Jubilees out the Bible, and it became one of the lost books of the Bible. It's a good book that talks about the children of Israel and things of that nature. And so, yeah, man, we got to understand, man, a lot of the things that we is up against and we fighting against, we have been already schooled about how to deal with it. You know, Speedy Rider 47 say, wow, Genesis 9:3 suggests that every morning that wow, Genesis 9:3 suggests that every morning thing that liveth is permissible. Is that what I'm saying it right? Yeah, permissible. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I say we gotta keep the word. We gotta meditate in the word, man. Real talk. Speedy Rider 47 says food, Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14 outline specific dietary laws, digesting certain animals as unclean. These includes animals like swine, pigs, and certain birds and sea creatures. Yeah, it tell you about all that stuff. But people, they overlook it. You know what I mean? And you know you shouldn't be eating pork every night, sis. You know you shouldn't be eating pork every night, bruh. You know you shouldn't be eating cows, and it got you eating anacondas, and some people down south be eating alligators and iguanas and eating snakes and shit. Man, you ain't supposed to be eating that. What's wrong with you? It's your temple, man. It's your body. Eating all that stuff got you eating. Talking about the anaconda was marinated, and we had the anaconda. I done seen all. I'm not even lying though, man. I'm serious. People eating alligator, talking about, yeah, man, how that alligator tastes with that barbecue. So people talking about, man, they eating the people in Florida, man. And no shout out to the people in Florida, man. They eat lizards and iguanas and shit, man. And man, I'm chasing this iguana, man. I've been chasing them for days now, man. I finally caught him, man. You ain't supposed to be eating that stuff, man. What the hell wrong with y'all, man? Y'all eating all kind of stuff, man. You tripping. But you scared to eat a raw onion. You scared to eat a raw tomato. You scared to eat a raw potato. You scared to eat some raw, fresh parsley. You scared to eat some raw, fresh collard greens. You scared to eat some raw, fresh bok choy. You don't like bok choy. You don't want to eat the raw, fresh things that's sent from the Most High that's good for you because it don't taste good. But you putting all this stuff in your body that ain't good for you, man. All praises to the Most High. Food grow on trees. If you ain't know, it never been a shortage of food. It never will be a shortage of food because the Most High say, man, understand this. Just like I feed the flock of the air, you shall too. Now shall not want for nothing to eat. I grow food on trees. How is you starving? Got people sitting around here talking about the supermarkets and the grocery stores is running out of food. What kind of food? Now, if you're talking about artificial food, supernatural food, then yeah, they running out of that shit. But you ain't talking about food that God put here for us, because it's always gonna be enough. Real talk. Cap Social Network say, well, what if you may pray against the enemy, but the enemy keeps on attacking you that much more? Well, then you gotta look and see what you're doing that's causing the enemy to attack you. But you gotta understand this too. The enemy is never going to stop attacking you, Caps. Even when you pray for strength, even when you pray for God protections, the enemy um will form the weapon. The weapon is always going to be formed, but it shall not prosper. God told us that the weapon shall be formed. See, the enemy is going to form the weapon against you. You're going to have to fight to the grave. That's the honest to God truth. I hate to be the bearer of bad news if you think you just going to pray and the enemy is just going to stop messing with you. No. Where the enemy gets us at is through temptation. Once the enemy see that he can't attack you no more as much as he used to, he gonna start tempting you. Or he gonna start attacking your family. He gonna start tempting you and attacking your family to where it's gonna start shaping your mind to indulge until to indulge and feed until to feed into wickedness, to feed into the hands of the enemy. Shall no weapon formed against me prosper, but the weapon is going to be formed. It's going to be a lot of devils that come for your head. It's going to be temptation that surrounds you until you die. You're going to deal with it. You're going to have to fight. But where the most high protection comes in, that is, you're going to have the strength to fight these things with. That's part of God's protection. You're going to have the strength to be able to say, nah, I'm not going to that. I'm not about to go out and hang out with that girl tonight because I know she only want me to have sex with me. That's where God's protection comes in at. It comes with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's where God's protection comes in at. The devil, the enemy, is going to put that woman in your face to tempt you to go against what God told you not to do. So it's not that the devil is going to keep attacking you. Like he going to keep attacking you, picking at you. It's going to get to the point to where when God is protecting you, the devil can't attack you like he want to. So he going to start using people to try to come against you and attack you for him. And this is where God's protection kicks in at. You got to have the spiritual astuteness and strength to be able to navigate through certain situations. So you won't fall into the trap of being led and being tempted by the enemy that can become very detrimental to your life. So it's not that the enemy it's not that the enemy is going to just stop attacking you. It's going to get to the point to where he's not attacking you, but he might be attacking your loved ones, which causes you to, start thinking a certain kind of way, which causes you to start indulging into certain behaviors that God don't want you to indulge in. See, the moment that the enemy see that he can't attack you, he can't do nothing with you, you're not suffering from lust, you're not suffering from alcoholism, you're not suffering from smoking or bad dietary. Once the enemy say you got all that, see that you got all that stuff under control, he gonna start attacking the things that you love the most, like your family or your kids. All right? So remember, prayer works and prayer heals. It does, my brother. But you got to be spiritually aware. And that's where God's protection kicks in, that it makes you become more aware of the enemy and the games that the enemy is trying to play on you. And you be like, I ain't even about to play into that. I know that's the devil. I ain't even about to argue with you. I know you a part of the devil. I ain't even about to go over there. I know the devil gonna be over there. That's God's protection. You start becoming more aware. You can see the invisible. You can see the invisible. You have the gift of discernment to know I'm not going out on that date tonight with her. I'm not going out on that date tonight with them. I know they only want me for my money. I know they only trying to use me for my resources. So when you pray, you got to make sure that you ask God to protect you, man. And when God start protecting you, don't fight against God's protection. See, I don't like how we do God sometimes, man. We ask God for stuff and then we get mad at God when he give us stuff that we pray for. Don't do the Most High like that, man. Don't do the Most High like that. Don't ask God for protection and then you getting mad and wondering why you ain't getting women to choose up on you no more. You wondering why you not getting female intimacy like you used to. You wondering why you not getting a gang of men to try to take you out on dates no more. You wondering why you can't get laid in the bedroom like you used to. You wondering why women ain't salting themselves after you and chasing you like that no more. You can't ask for God's protection and then start getting mad at the main thing that you ask God for. When you ask for God's protection, you ain't gonna have a lot of women no more that call up and check up on you like that no more. You not gonna have a lot of men that try to chase after you as a woman because you beautiful. You not gonna have a lot of, people that comes, a party that try to be a part of your life and try to get laid with you or take you serious and stuff like that. I'm telling you, when you pray for God's protection, you're going to have to learn how to do without a lot of stuff. That's the honest to God truth. And so you wondering why every female that you call, they always not answering the phone for you. They always hanging up the phone in your face. Or they always, seeming like they ain't got your best interests at heart. You know why? Because them females is not of God. And God is protecting you from yourself. God is protecting you, sis, from yourself. You wonder why, like, damn, is it me? I'm fine. I've been having men chasing me my whole life. I be hearing a lot of females say this stuff online. I'm going to tell y'all something, sisters. Listen to me. I be hearing a lot of women say, I be feeling like I'm the problem. I just feel like I can't get the right man. No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's that God is protecting you. You isolated. You set apart. Now you is walking accordance to God's purpose and what God wants you to do for him and for his glory. So you're going to have to be able to do without a lot of stuff. I'm just keeping it real. That's why I tell a lot of people, you ain't chosen. You just a good person. It's a lot of people who like to say they chosen, like to say they stand with the Most High. You ain't chosen. You don't stand with the Most High. Because when you start standing with God, you got to give up a lot. You got to give up a lot. You calling that girl, man, I thought she said I was the one. God said she wasn't. You calling that man, man, I thought he said I look good. God said he wasn't the one. And he mean that. He mean that. Yeah. Real talk. Speedy Rider 47 say, don't fear nothing but God. Didi say, all praises to the Most High. Swisher the Flipper say, my body feels so great since I started fasting and changed my diet and I don't drink or smoke. I have so much electricity running through my body right now and I feel amazing. Man, I do too, man. I look, we on another level of frequency. See, and you got to understand everything on planet Earth, on God's green earth, work accordance to frequency. Some people have a stagnant frequency. They have a very low vibration and frequency. And some people have a very high frequency. So they able to see the invisible. They able to do more. They able to talk with such intelligence and intellect. They able to listen clearer. They able to be able to have more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. These things that you eat when it comes to fasting and simmer retention, these practices enhance your frequency. It enhances your frequency. And so when people get around you, have you ever been around somebody and they touch you, switch with a flipper, and they shock themselves? The reason why people, when certain people try to touch you and they shock themselves when they touch you, is because of your frequency is high. And the more electrical foods that you put in your body, the more electricity you will begin to feel, and people will begin to feel as they come in your presence. Your aura becomes stronger. Your spirit becomes stronger because the electricity in your body and the foods and the practices, simmer retention, celibacy, these things have lifted you into another realm of frequency. This is how powerful spirituality is. I can do a whole nother live about this by itself. People will touch you and they'll shock themselves. Oh, man, you shocked me. You ever had somebody to touch you and they shock themselves? Oh, man, you shocked me. We is electrical beings. We electrical beings. This body, this is just flesh. This is flesh. That's all it is. My flesh is not talking to you. My spirit is talking to you. Behind these eyes, behind this nose, behind this face, behind this smile is my spirit. My spirit is talking to y'all right now. It's not true. True ain't in the, this just flesh and blood. True not here. True is in another dimension. In another realm, talking to y'all in the physical realm, being covered by flesh and blood. These eyes that you see give you the perception that a human is talking to you. This nose, this mouth, these ears, this head, this structure give you the perception that a human is talking to you. I'm not talking to you. My spirit is talking to you. This is why it's important to spiritually align yourself with the Most High. Because we don't understand that we is electrical beings. Our spirit is a frequency. It's electrical. It's a frequency. Okay? Remember what I'm telling y'all. You know what I mean? And so, you know, this is why all throughout the scriptures, the Messiah practiced about the inner works of us. Know thyself. What we don't understand is that we is not the body. We the spirit. Okay? We is the spirit. This is why we got to eat things. This is why we got to practice things like simmer retention to enhance our frequency. Because as you enhance your frequency, you enhance your spirit. Okay? You enhance your spirit. And you start speaking with power. You start speaking with abundance, with power. When you enhance your spirit. All right? Just wanted to put that on y'all mind one time. Strawberry say, true M love. Celicia Payroom say, oh, that seafood also. Yeah, that seafood is not good, especially for my sisters. All my goddesses, my queens, my sisters, please stop eating seafood. Y'all bodies, it's not good for us as men either, but it don't have the effect on our body like it have on y'all body, because y'all have a womb. Y'all have the XY chromosome. Y'all have different layers to y'all. Y'all especially can't be eating seafood. Unless it's like, you know, some salmon or something like that, like some kind of certain fish. But all that crab legs and crawfish, lobsters, don't do that. All right? I'm going to leave it at that. Deani King say you got to get the Ethiopian Bible. Yeah, I know about the Ethiopian Bible, Deani King. I know about it. Deani King in English though, Amazon. Yeah. Yeah, they got it on Amazon right now. And it goes deep too, man. It's a lot of stuff that's misinformed through the translated scriptures that's in the Ethiopian Bible, and that's in the Hebrew Bible. It's a lot of stuff in there that was left out, and yeah. Strawberry Ice, at True, I meant I would be shy to start a YouTube channel with content because I am very camera shy. Do it. Do it. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Just try it. Just do one video. All right? Just do one video. I know a lot of people suffer from being shy. Ain't nothing wrong with being shy, but just try it. I'm telling you, just do one video. You feel me? You might like it. You got to break the shyness, Strawberry. You got to break it. I could do a voiceover maybe, or that'd be good too, because you could create a YouTube channel and then put like a slide up, put like have like a slide, or put like a picture up in the background and then just do your voiceover. You can do that too. That'll work. People will listen to you. Speedy Rider said, snakes, alligators, nasty. Speedy Rider. Yeah, y'all, they be eating this stuff, man. Patrice Davis is laughing emoji. Swisher the Flipper, I noticed I was eating bad foods. I couldn't stop relapsing because of the hormones in the food was taking my energy. Yeah, and the hormones in the food creates parasites. See, the parasites that's in these foods is what's taking your energy. We don't even talk about parasites. That's another lie for another video. I'm gonna start doing lives about different foods to eat, what I eat, dietary laws, biblical dietary laws, and things that lives in your body that don't belong in your body. Sometimes when you feel weak, when you feel tired, it's because you have parasites in your body from the food that you eating. These parasites will cause you to have bloatness in your stomach. You will have gut problems. They very dangerous. They'll cause outbreaks. They'll cause bacteria. They will cause bad acne, bad skin. Look at my skin, y'all. Look at my skin. It look kind of good to me. That's all I'm saying. It look kind of good. You know what I mean? Look, I ain't trying to brag. I have to get it out there just one time. Look at my skin, man. Like, yeah, look at your boy True, man. Like, look at my skin, man. Yeah, look at your boy True one time, man. Yeah, you can see my native roots shooting out of my face right now. You see the little red in there from my native ancestry, and yeah, you see all that in there. All praises to the Most High. But back to the topic. When you start eating right and you start drinking water, these things will flush out parasites. They will flush out the parasites out your body. The parasites, when you relapse and you eating all these meats and all these different foods, all this sugar And ain't nothing wrong with sugar if it's natural sugar or if it's raw sugar. Ain't nothing wrong with sugar if it's natural or if it's raw. But when you start eating all these different meats, this pork and these different foods, you will create bacteria which will lead to parasites in your body. And then you will start feeling less energetic because of the parasites is causing you to feel a level of deficiency when it comes to energy. This is why you got to watch what you put in your body. Okay? This is why the Most High told you not to defile your body. God wasn't just telling you this because it sounded good or he was trying to control you. God was telling you this because it's certain things like bacteria and parasites that will cause you to functioning like you need to by putting bad things in your body. Okay? That's why you not to defile your body with all these different foods. Real talk. And if you is, you need to be cutting back on these different foods, you know, because some people might have a easier transition. For some people, it may be a little bit harder to stop eating certain foods, but you gotta break away from it, y'all. The pork chops, the chicken wings, the Wingstop, the Big Macs, the quarter pounder, what the Burger King got, the triple Whopper. Man, y'all gotta leave that shit alone, man. Like, real talk. Like, y'all gotta leave that alone. You know what I mean? For real. Warrior Messiah say, bro, we actually live through the internet crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, we do, man. We here, man. All praises to the Most High. He blessed the family to come under one roof, under the internet, to do the good for his will. All praises to the Most High. Strawberry Ice say fornication and adultery are evil sins. I agree. I definitely agree with you. Didi, yes, sir. Didiani King say, yes, sir. Warrior Messiah say it's more like a gift and a curse. For real. Swisher the Flipper say the enemy will try to get you to go back to your old ways, but don't look back. Just keep moving forward, family. Yeah. The enemy will always present your old world to you when you start elevating. When God start washing the old world away and start creating a new existence for yourself, the enemy will always try to present your old world to you. Man, just come do this again. Man, you know how you used to do this. Man, come on, man. Come party with me, man. That's the enemy, boy. That's the devil. Come on, man. Come do it, man. I'm telling you, man. That's the enemy. Man, you remember how we used to kick it over here, man? And be careful. He'll get you. Strawberry Ice say, always be grateful to the Most High, love. You already know, all praise to the Most High. Swisher the Flipper say, don't take God blessings for granted. Be thankful for everything. 100. I definitely agree. Patrice Davis say 100. Didi say right. Speedy Rider 47 say straight facts. True Media 100 say it. You already know. Didi say exactly. Swisher the Flipper say, you're going to lose people, places, and things when God is taking you to a new level. Big facts. And you got to be ready for what comes with this walk. Speedy Rider 47 say facts. Swisher the Flipper 100. Didi say, I'm cool with it. Speedy Rider say ditto. Swisher the Flipper say Speedy Rider facts. Swisher the Flipper say, yes, True Media. I even scare people when I come around them on everything. Yeah. They scared of your. They scared of your vibe will offset a lot of people. It'll offset a lot of people attitude. Your vibe. Your vibe will offset a lot of people attitude. It'll have a person getting ready to take a drink. Oh, yeah. It'll have a person sitting up there talking. See, what we gonna do there? We gonna do this today. And then as soon as you walk in the room, they be like, oh. Like, what is you looking at, bruh? What is you staring at? They feel your presence because you is walking with the presence of God. And when you walking with the presence of God, demons will tremble. Demons will shake in their boots, man. This ain't a game, man. And so your vibe will offset people's attitude, especially when they got a negative connotation about who God is and about life. You gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way just based on your appearance. They ain't gonna be able to handle it. It's gonna be too much. Telling you, man. It's worse than drinking that fifth of gin, man, you know, without no chaser, without no lemon, without no orange juice. That's how strong your presence be when you walking with the presence of God, man. It's strong, man. People can feel it. You know what I mean? It make people get they act right. And some people, it make them turn more demonic against you because they already got the devil in them anyway. But when you got the presence of God in your life, in most cases, demons is gonna run from you. They gonna tremble. They not gonna want to be around you. Why you think when you start walking with God, you ain't start having a lot of friends like you used to? Can you vouch that as soon as you start walking with God, your circles start getting smaller? You ain't got a lot of friends all of a sudden. Ain't nobody calling your phone. Ain't nobody checking in on you. Don't nobody want to be around you. Yeah, I know. Talk about it. I know. Brittany Jones in this thing. We're good with you, Brittany, sis, in this thing. Say hi. How you doing, Brittany? Welcome back to the live. Good to see you, Brittany. Hope everything well with you. Swisher the Flipper say, this energy is so powerful. Even when people look at me, all they can do is smile at me because what's done in the dark has to come to the light. Yeah. And when you walk with when you walking with God, Satan got to bow. Satan got to bow. He got to bow. That's his place. That's his place. That's why if y'all know anything about when Jesus went up on the mount and he was tempted, what'd he say to Satan? Get behind me. The reason why the Messiah told Satan to get behind me, dude, I'm coming with the presence of God, bro. Don't come and playing with me. And what Satan did, Satan left. Because Satan, that's his order. One thing Satan know is I got to bow to God. There's nothing I can do. He created me. And Satan have no rights to try to abuse God's authority. He have no rights. He can't. He can't. That's like saying that's like telling your mama, you ain't my mama. Do that make sense? That's like telling your mama that pushed you out her womb. That's like telling her, saying you ain't my mama. Whether you don't like your mama or not, that's your mama. Whether your mama's strung out on drugs or an alcoholic, that's your mama. And that's the same thing with Satan and the Most High. No matter how much Satan try to rebel, he always know his place with God. It's just the order that it goes in. He gotta bow. So when Satan, when you see a chosen one walk in the room, and the demons that's in the room, they gotta bow. They gotta bow. Sometimes they will try to attack. In some cases, for the stronger demons, they would try to attack you or say things to get under your skin. But in most cases, the demons got to bow. Especially when you have a level of strength and presence and endurance that you've been having for a long time now. See, when you first get into the walk with God, them demons gonna be attacking you. But once you start gaining some spiritual strength, they're going to have to bow to you. They're going to have to bow to you, man. They're going to have to bow to you. They're going to have to start attacking you through different things like money, family. They're going to have to start attacking you through different things like people. But they can't attack you head up because they know you passed that test. You ain't even on my level. That's why the Messiah told, man, get behind me, Satan. Get behind me, bruh. You already know your place in this, bruh. Come on, bruh. What is you doing? And what he did, he got behind him because he know his place. You feel me? Swisher the Flipper say, ladies be loving sushi. Man, come on, don't do the sushi, y'all. Please, ladies, I beg y'all. Swisher the Flipper say, you can do it, Strawberries. Didi say, absolutely. Didi, Swisher the Flipper say, we believe in you, love. Didi say, too much mercury. Yeah, too much mercury in certain fish. It is. You got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with certain fishes. Too much mercury. It ain't good for the brain. Didi, it makes a woman smell fishy too. I'm telling you, look, this is what I love about one of my, man, she was so good to me, man. I messed up though, man. I did, man. True messed up, man. I let her, it's the one that got away. You know what I mean? She was a good girl, man. And she was the kind of girl that used to cook for me, clean for me. You know, she was a good girl, man. And she used to always tell me, I used to be like, why you don't like cooking this? Or why you don't like eating that? Or why you don't want to eat this tonight? She was like, I can't eat all that, bruh. He'd be like, why? She was like, cuz, bro, I got a wound, bruh. So I can't eat all that. I be trying to, she was telling me, cause one time it was me, her, and it was my cousins, my other female cousins, and we was all sitting in a having a discussion about, you know, just women and men, right? And she was basically telling them like, she just out the blue started saying like, it's important as women to know what we put in our bodies, cause we women, we can't eat everything. And she was just basically breaking it down to the other women that was in the room and telling them like, yeah, we can't eat everything. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you know, we made different. You feel what I'm saying? And man, I ain't gonna lie, man. She the one that got away, man. I messed that up. See, let me tell y'all something about being an adult. When you an adult, you got to keep it real with yourself. See, a lot of the women that left me and a lot of the relationships that I've been in, it ain't always was the woman's fault. Sometimes it was my fault. And for that woman in particular that left me, and she was a good woman, smelled good, was very clean, knew how to cook, good woman. I probably was going to one day probably tie that knot with that woman. But the best thing she did for me was left me because it showed me how to grow as a man, and it showed me how to grow up. It taught me how to grow up. And I was too thuggish. I was too gangster. I was too wild for her, man. And she was like, bruh, you doing too much. You know, she was a godly fearing woman. She was a woman that go to church. She was a woman that, you know, she was a very spiritual woman. And I met my match. And it ain't nothing like when you meet your match. You think you spiritual until you meet somebody more spiritual than you. You think you strong until you meet somebody more stronger than you. You think you fast until you meet somebody faster than you. You think you know God until you meet somebody just as godly as you. And she was that woman. She was that woman. And she taught me, you know, some things I didn't know about myself as a man. And she used to tell me like, bro, you got to calm down. You doing too much. You know what I mean? I love you. I want to be with you, bro. But you not allowing me to do what I need to do for you, bro. And she was right. And I messed up. And years later, I seen her and we had a topic and we had a discussion about that. And I just let her know like, yeah, I messed up. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't want to talk about that no more, man. I don't want to talk about her no more, man. Yeah, y'all got me on something else, man. Like, you see what you did, Strawberry? You done got me on something else, man. I don't want to talk about her no more. But she a good woman, and it take me back down memory lane, and she was just a good woman. And she used to always tell me about the things that women should and shouldn't eat. And, you know, and she was very strict about diet and what to put in her body. And yeah, she wasn't the one that's eating lobster tails and crab legs and seafood broils. And nah, she didn't eat none of that shit. And that's what I really miss about her, man. Didi say it makes a woman smell. Yeah, I know. Strawberry Ice at Swisher Love. Swisher the Flipper say, true, you're glowing. Bro, keep up the great work, family. Thank you, Swisher. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I worked hard to be where I'm at today, man. Got to put in the work. Man, God is good. Speedy Rider 47 say you looking good, True Media 100. Thank you. Yeah, I look a little good. I look somewhat good. Hey, look what I got with me, y'all. I know I'm advertising a brand, but we got a little bit of celery, apple, cucumber, spinach. We got some romaine lettuce. We got some kale. We got some ginger, and we got some water, a mixture with, some of the things that I basically telling y'all about what I put in my body. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna show y'all one more other thing. I just got through from eating some of this too. So I don't talk about it. I live it. I live it. And I'm gonna show y'all another thing too. Got that coconut water, man. That coconut water, man. That coconut water, man. That whoo-hoo. That whoo-hoo-hoo. That coconut water, man. I'm telling you. Look, when you got this, man, I'm telling you this right here, man, God is good, man. And look, I'm going to tell y'all one thing, too. I went to the grocery store, and I got the coconut still, in the boat. And I had, the real coconut. Man, it was so good, y'all. It was so good. Drinking straight out the coconut. Hey. It was so good. Man, I'm telling you, man. Got me hooked on coconut water. Got me hooked. I'm talking about I got to have at least 2 of these a day. So, health is wealth, man. Real talk. Real talk. But I appreciate that, Swisher the Flipper. Thank you, Speedy Rider. I appreciate you, sis. Swisher the Flipper say, what looks good or tastes good is not good for our bodies. I agree. I definitely agree. Strawberry Ice say, what's the best way to deal with negative people? Don't deal with them at all. Don't deal with them at all. Don't deal with them at all. Now, if you got somebody in your family that you got to deal with, you try to deal with them less as possible. But if you talking about negative people, what's the best way to deal with them? Don't deal with them at all. We ain't got time for negative people. Speedy Rider 47 say stop accusing people of doing stuff they're not, especially when there's absolutely no proof and it's all facts to avoid trouble. You can start by not doing that. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. You right. Speedy Rider say when it's all talk and no truth. Facts. Speedy Rider say 100. Speedy Rider say they need to stop attacking me for real. You'll be all right, sis. Don't trip. You'll be all right. Patrice Davis say my fiend I think it say my friend circle did, or my fiend circle did. I still get spiritual attacks on my job over nonsense people trying to create drama out of nothing, but I remain steadfast, and devil flees. He jumps into anybody. He do. And once you remain steadfast, sis, let me tell you something, Patrice. Once you remain steadfast and you remember your power and who you represent and who walking with you and who you align with, the devil gonna flee from you. Especially when you respond as if the Most High was right by your side. They gonna flee. Oh, man, let me not talk to her like that. She ain't the one. Yeah, he ain't the one or she ain't the one. Yeah, real talk. Swisher the Flipper say, yes, you're right, True Media. Every time I meet someone new and they give me their numbers, I never hear back from them again, or they block my number. I knew that was God protecting me from their demons. Yeah, man. And you don't understand that who chasing them. You don't understand what they running from. They might have somebody out to get them. You feel me? Man, I've been hearing so many stories, Swisher the Flipper, about people getting with people and then, somebody get unalive because they had an ex in the past that was still chasing them. You don't want to get caught up in no situation like that. And so God protection is going to protect you from stuff like that, man. Real talk. Speedy Rider 47 say, I let go. Handle it. Strawberry Ice say, Swisher, God willing, you will meet the right person, love. Speedy Rider 47 say, nothing worse than being falsely accused and you haven't done nothing. I let God handle them accusers. Facts. Yeah, let God fight your battles. Unless somebody putting their hands on you and you got to defend yourself, don't worry about when people try to sneak around doing sneaky little shit. Because God see what they doing. And when you a chosen one, they punishment is gonna hit them. And God gonna remind them of what they going through based on what they put you through. I said God gonna remind them of what they going through based on what they put you through. Speedy Rider 47 say, please never assume where you're talking about. A lot of times you have nice clue. Never assume anything about another. I don't know if you're talking to me, Speedy. I don't know if you're talking to me or talking to somebody else in the chat, but I hear you, Speedy. Swisher the Flipper, Strawberry, you're definitely right. God will lead the right people to me. That's for me. Definitely. Speedy Rider, no clue. Strawberry say, at true. God willing, you will meet the right woman. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna meet the right one. I think so. I think so. I've been reserving myself since I got out of my last relationship, was been for, it's been almost 8 years, 9 years. So yeah, I've been being very cautious about who I allow into my life. And yeah, you right. You just got to be patient. Speedy Rider 47 say, facts, true. 100. I see the native in you. Yeah, my grandpa. If you see the scan, my grandpa was full-blooded Cherokee. His mama and his daddy was full-blooded Cherokee. Okay. And so my mama daddy, he was full-blooded Cherokee. And so I am indigenous to this land. This is my land. So I'm not with the African stuff. I love the Africans. I appreciate the Africans. No doubt they are extended family. They is our cousins. They is our extended brothers and sisters. But as a native, I'm not African. You feel me? I'm not African. But I love them though, and I appreciate them. Real talk. Nisi Shawty say, amen. Woman, let's eat healthier. Yeah, eat healthy to my fellas and my sisters. Not just women, to the fellas and the brothers. I mean, to the sisters and the brothers. It's time to start eating healthy, y'all. Real talk. Swisher the Flipper say, amen, True Media. Coconut water is the best on everything. Man, it's so good, man. Hey, listen to me, Swish. At first, I did not like coconut water. I just didn't like it. It gave me like a nasty aftertaste when I used to drink it. But as I started drinking it, just like anything else, after you do something for so long, you get used to it. I start getting used to it. I'm like, okay, it ain't that bad after all. And then, bro, once I went and tasted the real coconut that's still in it's still in the coconut, you can get them from like the grocery store. I fell in love with them, bro. It's over with, bro. I gotta have like 2 a day, bro. Real talk. Speedy Rider say, true, coconut water does it. It's real good, Speedy. It's so good. I'm telling you, it's real good. You will love it. It's so good. I'm telling you, it's good. Taste it. If you ain't never tasted it, I'm telling you, it's good. Swisher the Flipper say, coconut water is my favorite. I drink it almost every day when I'm at work. Yeah, man, gotta have at least like 2 a day, and it's good for your body. Man, it's good for your hydration, dehydration purposes. It's good for your skin. It got a lot of vitamins in it. It's good for your blood. Man, it's good for you. Speedy Rider 47, like I said, I've known some good Cherokee people. 100. Thank you. I love you. And I'm one of them Cherokees that you have met. That's my live of the day, y'all. We've been on live for 2 minutes, 2 hours. It's been a beautiful live. I love y'all. Y'all have a fantastic and beautiful weekend. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for all the love, the positive reinforcements, all the comments, all the likes. Man, I love y'all so much. God bless y'all. Y'all stay strong. Keep y'all head up. Real talk. And eat right. Eat right, okay? Make sure y'all putting the right things and feeding y'all body the right nutrients and the right vitamins that it need to function, y'all. This is our temple. You know what I mean? God is depending on us to be at our best. And you ain't at your best if you're not eating like you need to, okay? So fast, practice celibacy, practice summer retention, and get yourself right with God. And I love y'all. That's my message of the day. God bless y'all. Y'all have a fantastic afternoon. Peace. Holla at y'all.